eyes are fuzzy. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Me too. A little bit tired, caught a cold yesterday, but I'm alright. Feeling much better than yesterday. Alright, so, I've seen you come to the 10 Mans one time. I asked all my students this. Have you watched any VODs or my streams before? I've seen you on the streams actually.
Yeah, I've watched a couple streams. I've only been
Yep,
there for like maybe a week, week
yep.
and a half.
No worries. I just asked just so I get a sense of if they will know how the session will go. So, okay, great. So you've watched a couple stuff. You kind of know how it goes then. For the first session at least, second session and onwards is usually much different. But yeah, so you can go ahead and share your screen. Are you in a game or
Okay.
something?
No, but is it
Okay.
alright if I have a duo?
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. No worries.
Okay. I just want to make sure before we
Yeah,
start
yeah,
like
yeah.
queuing and all that.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, but we'll just probably briefly talk before we start.
Yeah.
So, I don't think we've actually, I checked our conversation. Didn't really see, we didn't talk too much. So, just briefly, not for me as well, but the stream and the VOD, just tell us or tell me what's your current rank, peak rank, and your main role or agents.
Current rank is Plat 1. I think I'm like one game off of Plat 2. Peak rank is Diamond 1, back in episode 8.
Okay.
And then, you said what agents I like to play?
Yeah,
Or like kind of what role?
your role. Yeah, you can just say your role.
Usually controller, but sometimes I do duelist.
Cool, cool. Sounds good. So yeah, so one thing let's touch upon that real quick would be that you obviously play the role you want to improve, right? It'll be a little bit silly if
Yeah.
you're playing the agent or the role that you're never or not never, but rarely play or it's not your focus. So I would really tell you to do that. To when you play and I'm watching to just pick the agent or the role. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, and then I'll just ask you a quick question. There will be a follow-up question at the end. So what is it you want from Valorant? What are your goals? And be specific as you can.
Um, so I'm going to college in the fall, and I'm looking to get on their A team for Collegiate Valorant.
Sounds
Their
good.
A team is ranks anywhere from Diamond to like Diamond up, essentially.
Okay.
So my
All right.
primary goal right now is to get back to Diamond. Other than that, I'm kind of just taking it one step at a time.
Gotcha, gotcha. So you could say the long-term goal is um
Just to climb,
to
I
play
guess.
collegiate, to make the collegiate team.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You're probably like my sixth or seventh collegiate player. A lot of collegiate players.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that. But just give me 1 second here. Yeah, so no problem. When most people I ask them this question, they the most common thing is for them to say, I want to get really good. I want to be immortal. I want to be consistently shitting on people every game, right? So everyone's a little bit different, but I like to ask everyone to see really what it is they want, because that is quite important. Your purpose. So, but we'll get into that later. So yeah, you can go ahead and queue, ask your duo if he's ready. Okay.
Yeah.
How it'll work is probably. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with this. I'll write some general notes. Okay. It won't be as thorough. I'll try to be, because usually those general notes come from the rounds that I'm watching. Um, there'll be some general notes, and I'll be writing down every single round in as high as detail as I can. Sometimes I forget some things or I can't remember, but yeah, I'll try my best.
Yeah, you're good. Am I good to queue?
Yep, go ahead. That's
Sweet.
that's TDM.
Oh shit, it is TDM. Thank you.
Yep,
Yeah.
no problem. So you said you were peak diamond, currently
Yeah.
plat. Just put that in my stream.
I've been playing since beta, and I swear Plat is my worst enemy. I haven't
Okay.
gotten out of Plat except for fucking one time.
Why do you think that is?
I think a lot of it is honestly my consistency.
Okay.
Um, there's like more recently definitely has been more consistent, but previously it was definitely more sporadic.
Okay. How much
But
time
I
are you
also
are you spending on? I know you got school and stuff, but how much time are you spending on Valorant?
not much. I
Okay.
currently work like I think it's like five. Wait, how many days do I work? I work like 4 days a week. I have 3 days off, but
Gotcha.
that's usually like days that I kind of chill out and play Val. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's never usually anything too serious, which is also kind of why I feel like I'm falling back a little bit
Gotcha.
because I don't take it as seriously as I should.
On average, how many hours would you say
Like a week
a day,
or
or
a
or a
day.
week, or a week, or when you do play, how long is it?
When I do play, it's probably like a good 6, 7 hours.
Okay, that's quite a long time. Okay, and then on
Yeah.
average, weekly, you'd probably say like 12 hours, 20 hours, or less.
Probably 20 or less.
Okay, all right, okay. It's not bad. Some people only get to spend 2 hours a day, so everyone, they got
Yeah.
kids, and some of my students are older and they got kids and stuff. So, but some have 12 hours a day, some have 18, like, right? So everyone's a little bit different. That's why I just ask. But yeah, yeah, I mean, it could be a consistency issue as well, as in you're not playing enough. Because Valorant is a game where if you don't stay on it every day, it feels off. I'm sure you felt
Yeah.
that, especially when you
Oh
play
yeah.
3 days straight. You stay away for a week and come back, you just feel worse sometimes, right? Uh, yeah, it's just I'm not sure. Don't ask me why it's like that. It's probably the way the game was made in terms of the mechanics and stuff like that. But yeah, like that's just very common. Um, you gotta really stick to it every day, even if you don't play. I would recommend. Obviously everyone's a little bit different. But you still gotta try your hardest and maintaining your aim at least. That's probably the key. Um, Cause yeah, the mechanics fall off quite fast if you don't work on them. Even if you play every day, and let's say you did aim training for half a week, and then you didn't do it for a week, your aim would get worse actually. Um, Gotta make sure it's maintaining, cause the baseline of the where you bring it starts dropping, right? It starts diminishing because you're not maintaining it and improving it and adding more intensity, stuff like that. But we'll work on that at the end. But yeah, so you will be playing controller. So I'm guessing you want to focus on controller, is my guess, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
cool. Sounds good. Yeah, I play a lot of controller as well. First time I went to Mortal 3 was with controller. Started as a Sentinel player, but I turned into a controller player. I played a lot of Brim, Omen. These days I play a lot of Clove. Those are my three smoke agents. I don't really play any other smoke agents. But yeah, so you watch my stream. First session, usually I don't talk to you guys or you. I will just be writing notes and stuff, talking to stream a little bit. But yeah, so good luck. Don't be nervous. Every student when we get here, I'm so nervous. And I can see it in the beginning of the game because it's like their first game or they didn't warm up properly. Just don't be nervous. Pretend I'm like not here. It's not a time for you to show off to me right now. Okay, it's for me to see your true skill. So um,
Yeah.
just lock in, stay focused, and yeah, I'll see you after the game, okay? Good luck.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.
Oh, do you want me to stay unmuted?
Nope, nope, it's fine. So I need to be able to hear the comms.
Okay.
What's up, guys? Everybody, hello, how you doing? Has, hello, how you doing, my brother? Jays, what's good? Doop, doop. I'm tired. I woke up
I
at
have lost
5
watches
o'clock, guys.
lately.
Dude,
For
I've
real,
slept
it's
so
just
late. I slept at like 9:30 a.m. Just, I don't know, couldn't sleep. It's really bad, it's really bad.
like
I
get
gotta
back
start.
and then look out.
One starts. no, I don't want to assume, but I'm pretty sure she's a lady. Could be wrong, but I just don't like to assume. Yesterday I had somebody on Discord talk to me off stream, and I mean, he sounded like a man. And then at the end, he's like, "Oh, I'm a trans." I'm like, "Okay," like, because we were talking about some life stuff. It's like all these things don't apply to me.
One enemy remaining.
Starts A.
Spike down. C. Last player
They
standing.
go C. Rotating through.
Spike planted.
Cover going out. Shadows traveling.
Nice try.
Take a minute. Saving.
Would like her to stay playing B or Garage. Or even C.
Time to jump. Here. Here. Cover going out. Shadows traveling. Here.
Rotating.
Starts A. Here's a ton. Long. Tries to kind of out in the open and short.
Doors activated.
There.
There.
Pointing C.
Spike
With
planted.
light.
Last player standing.
Can you just can I hear you speak? Because I can't hear any communication. Even
yeah.
if it's your duo, just so I can hear what you're saying.
Wait, I'm sorry, what'd you say? Game's a little loud.
No, I just said just so I can hear what you're communicating, even if it's just your duo or what you how you're thinking.
Yeah, so you want me unmuted
Yeah,
then?
just keep it unmuted.
Okay.
Yep, thanks. Yeah, I was like, I was gonna write like her not to speak, but then I realized she was muted the whole time. Hey, there's a big round here. Starts A again, long. See what she'll do.
Time to jump.
Yo, what's good, gangy? Sup? Not much, just doing sessions. Another day in the life. Here's Reyna flash and sees breach done. Would like her to say there.
Heavy A.
2
They're at orb.
calls heavy A after.
Cover going out.
Up long.
Reloading.
One short. I'm blind.
Blinding. Shadows.
Spike down A.
I have bomb.
One enemy remaining.
I have bomb on me.
Spike here.
B.
Smoking 5, I'll do heaven.
Okay, good.
30 seconds left.
Cover going out.
Aim isn't too bad. Okay, I'm gonna be able to dodge flashes. Yep. That was a pretty good round by her. Good flash. I wanna see if she can cover the machine.
Need a drop.
Or the breach. Yep. I don't even know. Oh yeah, she killed that right along. That's right. Okay, she's kind of on autopilot a little bit. She just keeps going long for some reason. She needs to go somewhere else, in my opinion.
Cutting through.
I'll play a backside.
That she heard me or something. Starts on a long. Goes backside.
Bridge stun A.
She's stunned.
Hold on. We're running a
Cover
long.
going out.
Walk up short.
Stay in sight.
Be right back. Blocking sight.
Shadows traveling.
Got your fun spike down. A. One enemy remaining.
17 breach. Too short.
Last short, last short.
Oh, I love this Vandal.
Pick something nice to kill them.
I'll say it's calm, but quite quiet though. She isn't calming when they are going
I'm gonna hold for B.
or telling
Can someone swap me A for B?
indicators.
Thank you.
I think she needs a little bit work on a crosshair placement, but we'll see how. We'll try to hold off on the general notes until later. But
Yeah, I had a feeling.
starts B. Once teammate dies, they have Vice.
I smoked
There.
it.
A lot of it.
Layla sees the on a lobby. She needs to know. Ult.
Okay, so there's one.
Playing alt retake.
There's one on C.
Playing alt retake.
They're up C garage. That sucks.
Doors are live. Going C. We can do this. Yes. Spike planted.
Yeah, I mean,
Time to jump. I'll handle this. Here.
Popped out too.
Doing it. Next, my ultimate is ready. I'm out.
Grove long.
Enemy spotted.
this is my first time watching this
Close in timeout.
in game. I haven't even played yet.
Last player standing. Don't miss me too much.
Good try.
Such
My ultimate
better
is
watch
ready.
their backs.
Yes.
What's the new girl's
I can buy you. Or maybe Fade can. Fade can buy.
I think it's so.
Or Vice, sorry.
So round 6,
Yes.
No, I got it.
We can do this.
I got it.
not counting for all the space.
Reloading.
Enemies A.
Double A.
Cover going out. Shadows traveling.
Sounds like they're backing
One
out.
more, one.
Bridgestone garage. Yeah, a couple B. Yeah, B. I should have waited.
Reloading.
Now.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining. There. Good job.
Good job.
Closed.
Thanks.
Prepare to teleport.
Good job. Everyone having fun? If you're not, you're in the wrong line of work. Slow down. Yes. Sure. Going C.
This gauntlet looks so stupid.
Get out of my way.
Bridgestone A.
Shadows traveling.
A couple A.
Starts A.
Chamber turn 54.
Stun, long,
Cover going out.
clear,
I think they're going
C's,
to-
1.
See anyone else?
C, they didn't smoke cross on.
Ah, I knew it. Breach short. A.
Sorry, little wind.
Spike
I'm just waiting
planted.
for it. Okay, never mind. Wait.
Last player standing.
Arena's
You see the jet heard that and just didn't call it.
Yeah, I should have calmed it.
At this point, she needs to realize that they
I didn't know where I heard it from though, because I was switching POVs.
running it down. She needs to
Yeah, I
team
heard it. For a
to
second, I thought it
anchor
was
hard for
jet
the
hearing her
work they
loud.
are
Jet
doing,
set this down,
and
right?
also take space for it. So
We can do this. Yes. Hello.
Oh, we have 3 people here.
Shadows traveling.
Reload.
Tagged window.
starts B, kills, smokes
They wanna go B, they
window,
sound
they
Yeah, a couple out window.
jumps out. Oh. Calls couple.
Oh, 88 close.
Oh,
Jet.
two
Tagged
of them.
40.
close to the
Jet's one tap.
Don't miss it too much.
Be specific for
One enemy remaining.
Good job.
That's
That's
a
crazy.
way to die. Good job. Doing a thing.
I feel the strain. Block it out.
Good work. Ready.
Ram's not bad.
Our waylay is crazy. Which site? All of them for breach.
Or which side
Okay.
you have? Oh, okay. If like 4 you take that, yeah. Okay.
A shot. Oh, damn.
Shadows traveling.
That's unfortunate.
give it that one.
Listen, man, I'm greedy.
I'll return.
Gonna fall back here.
Spike planted.
Backside.
My turn.
Damn. Close the garage.
Starting around
Last player standing.
B, teammate trades out.
Damn. Good try.
Yeah, I don't know what the characters
Out
on first one
by
is. Time out.
site
I don't
teammate
care.
Nice
tells
try.
her to wait. She goes
Let's go.
garage,
Bro.
blinds kind of
So
nowhere,
bang.
kills the jet and
I need this.
takes and
Thank you.
hesitates.
I'm gonna play C with
Go
Jet.
out and kill more. Clove ran
So she's
by
playing C.
her. Ult had time to get out.
That's
You want to
unfortunate.
play? Let's play.
Go C.
Smoke C.
Next year.
Cover going out.
I've got a blind for you, Jet.
Lot C long.
They broke? No.
One
She
grass.
calls smokes. See, I didn't see any smoke. Spawn or garage.
Nothing's too long.
There's one person
Could go A.
shooting. Needs to tell them
No.
to leave long time ago.
Oh shit.
Keep your eyes.
That sucks.
It still lurks.
Cover going out.
Can I go see her?
Comes down. Breaches here.
Shadows traveling.
Yeah. Raina's our garage.
Spike down. C. 30
Nice.
seconds left.
One more
One
back.
enemy remaining.
Good
Well
shit.
played.
We played.
Do
That
end
was
up
scary.
going C.
Win. Show me where to go. Need a drop.
11.
That is wild.
Light.
Oh my god.
Grass. It's a stone.
They smoked it.
Had to teleport out. They're going.
Don't do it,
hardcore.
Jet. Don't do it, Jet.
I'm giving up C.
That's weird.
Go for garage.
Cover going out.
Reload.
Blinding.
Going in.
No, wait, Leia.
Nice.
What are you doing?
Gun here.
That's actually a crazy combo. Grudge.
Flash from garage.
Cover going out.
Cutting through.
Hello.
Hi.
Going A.
And I'll ult C. I got Reyna walking out of garage. Yep, one
Gun
log.
here.
Checking C long, nothing. Probably go B garage.
Slowing them down.
What are they doing?
Both sides.
30 seconds left.
Shadows traveling.
Going to you.
One enemy remaining.
One more in garage. Probably coming to you. Oh, no, she's grass. It's going to be.
Shadows traveling.
Watching. Nice.
Good decoy.
Just human.
Good job.
She can't do shit. She can't do vehicle.
Last round in the half.
Yes.
No sense in saving now.
Saving.
No.
Saving.
Snuff them out.
Get out of my way.
Heavy A.
Cover going out. Shadows.
Back up, back up. Oh,
The 120 clip.
that was horrible.
Back
Two
here.
on long.
Wow.
Reloading.
She's gonna stay knocked out.
No, wait, leg. Move.
Stay
One
silent.
bit short. Both are long.
Stared right into that flash. That's awesome.
Didn't
Reach left
cross.
side. She's gonna cover.
One
I
enemy
hope the
remaining.
close.
Nice,
Yeah,
well
bro.
done.
Yesterday I was
Spike down
shocked.
A.
Throw was hurting. All this stuff.
She's one shot. She's one short. Yeah.
It's 3v1. She just flanked.
Going long.
Would like
Kill in sewer.
to go.
Cover going out.
Yeah.
Last player standing.
Good trade.
That's good.
Good job.
Just trying to get the other
Not
side
really
along
interested
there.
to seeing how she'll play. She'll play really
Switching
easily
sides.
on attack.
Let's do A.
Sorry, defense. Attack is where people struggle the most.
Let's go A.
Can you,
Now we wait.
A good ghost.
No. No.
I need a weapon.
No.
Thank you.
Spike
take it.
here.
are you gonna flash TP backside?
I'll take point.
Gun here.
I'll
If I
take
flash
gun here.
TP, it's either front
I'll
side or
take
it's to
point.
the box in the corner.
I'll take point.
If you do front side, I can... Actually, no. Do the box in the corner, because I'm gonna TP right here.
No.
Corner just.
Apologies.
And I forgot I need my blind for that.
Spike's down A.
Spike down A.
Reload.
Have the spike.
105.
Time to jump. Reload.
Flashing 3, 2, 1.
Stealing sight.
I'm blind.
Last player standing.
Damn. Oh, they stacked it there.
Got fucking
I think they stacked it.
Show up. Nice try.
They did stack it.
Let's just hit it again then.
Saving.
Let's wait out their breach though.
We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this.
Now we wait.
Oh. Sorry, I was trying to put it in the corner.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hello.
Careful.
Hi.
Hello.
Marshall.
Reloading.
Marshall teleport away.
We didn't see
That's 3 here. Jet up. Fight flank, fight flank. Yeah, flank.
Got the
Reloaded.
spike.
Let's attack.
I have the spike. There.
Fake.
Last player standing.
Yeah, one window. Flank. 2 flank.
What's long?
It's alright, it's alright. You got biting.
They think they know pain. They can't begin to comprehend
Yeah.
it.
So we faked the A.
Okay, I'll make some noise. Just set up for slow C split.
Sorry.
Going A. Make me proud.
Flashing the first corner.
Enemy spotted. Mid.
One
Cover
of them.
going out.
I'm in.
Cover going out.
Nice try.
Oh,
Chamber.
blind.
Chamber dead.
Wall set.
Spike planted.
Thorns are live.
One coming from C, I think.
Launching
Could have misread that. Yeah, garage, window. You can see link right now.
I'm gonna smoke.
I have a flank. Okay.
Shadows traveling.
Give me a second.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, that's not good.
Gun here.
Good job. Good job.
Never show weakness. Ever.
Need a drop. No.
No, I need a weapon. I appreciate
Yes. Yes.
How close is chamber? Huh?
Let's go see. Let's go see. Yes.
I think we should do some through garage too.
No more theory.
I can give you a smoke.
No.
Okay, dang.
Placing wall trap.
They start C.
Chamber A.
Needs to tell Yoru to come flash.
Shadows traveling.
Or the place.
Caught right now. Chamber's B.
They die.
It's usually when breach and jet A.
4v5, they trade 4v4.
Time to
Cover going out.
Landing site.
Blinding.
That's unfortunate.
He does.
Spike down A.
It's a bad TP there.
Rip and tear.
I got the spike.
Flank A.
Planted. Cutting through.
Can't remember if Heaven was
One
cloned.
enemy CT.
Thorns activated. There.
Reloading.
Okay.
Enemy spotted A.
Good hit. Last player standing.
On the bomb.
It's unfortunate.
It's a little bit on her, not gonna lie. Like you don't need to do that. You just need to go and
Frustrating.
clear
Yeah.
the sites.
Don't stop fighting.
Fight.
Make sure it's safe as a
Even
team.
if
Get your
you're
smokes down. That's the
Had a
most
really
important.
shitty TP there.
I'd like her to lurk too, a little bit more.
Do not follow because he's gonna rip this down for melee. Breach.
To lurk more and
It's okay, I'll just kill him.
on the late parking info.
We can do this.
Just
We can do this.
Just delay go along.
We can do this.
There's somebody
We
short of you.
can do
And
Victims are not looking.
no, like stat sometimes.
Cutting
Get out
through.
of my way!
Things like movement and positioning is
Okay,
worse.
I guess I'm denial of it. I got 1 CT, 2 CT, no one hell.
They're rotating. We can
The
leave.
play retake.
Oh, okay.
We already got on.
Going out.
Heaven?
Go
One
ahead.
heaven.
Traveling.
I gotta be quick here.
She kind of timid.
They definitely heard that.
Out of heaven.
Spotted.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
I have time. Let's just hope they didn't get orb here.
Yeah, takes the orb.
Yeah. Please! Yes! My savior.
Yes, sir.
We're cooking! We're cooking!
It'd be a real shame if they could somehow body block it with 2 people.
My ultimate is ready.
Spawn.
I'm not gonna lie. Gonna go back A.
Watch them run.
30 seconds left.
Bullets.
They're not gonna rotate unless you plant. They expect you to be on season.
Cover going out.
And this guy.
I don't have time for this.
Cover going out.
10 seconds left.
Okay, like that.
Spike planted.
Plants. A better plant spot.
Damn. It's unfortunate.
I guess I. I didn't want to say anything, but you had a blind there. I expect them to double swing you.
Yeah. One of them in heaven though. I think,
Oh,
yeah,
this one?
Clove in heaven.
I guess you just have to win
know
the
the
1v1. They were about to feed you too.
Let's go see.
I was gonna post up a little further, but
We can do this.
We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this.
Yes.
We can do this. Get a fall back here.
Legs.
Reload. Line them up.
Shadows
Slow
traveling.
down.
Shadows traveling.
Yellow one.
There,
Call to
Off your feet!
no one.
oh, that was a mistake. That was not where I tried to go.
Spike down C.
one more garage.
Last player standing.
Yeah, there's a-
This is where someone says something pithy and we
Nice
pretend
try.
to tolerate them. Go ahead.
No, no, you don't have to make excuses. The movement's good, but I was whiffing. I could have just ADS there and killed him.
Apologies. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this.
It's gonna be a long game, a long game, everybody.
You want to play? Let's play.
Yesterday, one of my students went into overtime, and I was struggling. I just could not stay awake. There you go. And you kill one.
Cover going out.
Short.
Chamber backside.
That is not what I meant to do! Why?
Go short.
Charges.
I don't have TPs. Shit.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
Time to jump.
I'll isolate the problem.
I got shit
No,
on
you
because they didn't clear
crushed it.
short. One guy killed
Sorry.
3 people. Feels good,
Sorry.
man. She's got a pretty good aim though, actually.
I'm buying. No.
We can do this. Let's go B.
I don't think her aim is the issue, really. It's just, I mean, this is everyone though. It's really not aim.
Time to jump.
Thanks.
Obviously, it can be better,
Oh,
but
okay, never mind.
Enemy spotted B.
Shadows traveling.
Flash place.
Flash.
Gonna fall back here.
I walked into that shit.
Chamber watch that garage.
Careful. Spike planted. My ultimate is ready.
Breach A.
Ceiling.
Here.
My blind is dead.
Cover.
What is that?
Still in sight.
Nailed them.
One enemy remaining. Last
55.
player standing.
Nice.
High trade.
There you are, you little shit.
Nice job, me. I whiffed.
Place is nice, but not nice enough to die. Let's win and get out of here.
Yes.
Alright. Volt again. Where are we
Thanks.
going?
some fighting.
Well, Breach has ult, so I don't want to fuck with A. I kind of hard agree with C. If you want to get through, like,
Okay. Ulting garage right there.
Now we win.
let's see how much the comment.
Their nightmare.
Yep. I'm just gonna.
Is that my ult?
Shadows traveling.
Jaden's running all the time. Nobody else is.
They're gonna play Breach
Hey, go
ult.
C split. For main.
Careful, they're gonna play for Breach ult.
Rush.
Play long, play long.
For some reason, smoke
They're gonna play Breach.
off Raj when the Yoru was ulting down.
Off your feet!
Free.
That's exactly what I was afraid of, yes.
Stealing sight.
Last player
We have to get on there.
Pretty GG, I think. This, not gonna lie, her duel was a little bit of a troll.
You're still
This guy
smokes alive,
is
man.
just, I don't think he's played with the team once. Like taking the site. He is just, and I'm not
So
trying to
not
bash
usually
him,
for
it's
one.
just- It's hard to play like that when,
Words,
when
yeah.
your duelist player is just AFK literally every single round.
Not usually one for just running on the site, but
I had
you
a
had to
50%
get there
retard
because
rating my
fucking
first attack.
Clove
Not
was
seeing
still
that I
alive.
could off, but I think it's a mental thing knowing I was closer right now. I'm seeing some positive. Good. It's all mental, bro. Stay in a good mental frame. Don't let it get
Hey,
let it
damn.
get to you.
Almost ready.
Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate. Like the Euro, like half of these rounds, if the Euro was with them, probably would win. Because they would have control of sight, but it's hard to control sight when this guy's
We
working.
can
Unless you're blink. A little bit. She needs to be on top of her.
Yep, that's fair. To her.
Spike down A.
Is that round 20?
Why is Jet
Out of
lurking?
my way. Enemy spotted. Hey,
Chamber's gonna be short. I
Chamber
hard lied to you.
I think I missed a round.
One enemy remaining.
Oops. I don't know what happened.
No way.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he's
forgot.
Nice jump.
that sucks.
I know. Good job. Need a drop.
Did I miss a round? What the fuck happened? 6,
Let's go A.
7, 8,
No.
9, 10, 11,
Let's go B. Let's go
12,
B.
13, 14, 15,
Can I
16,
get a bite?
17.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We can do this.
Oh, Bine's out of rotation now, isn't it?
We can do this.
That sucks.
I don't know. I must have missed a round.
B.
Garage.
Back in a flash.
Shadows traveling.
Dead.
Biting.
Blinding.
Oh.
Spike down mid. My turn. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
This is unfortunate. This orb has been our savior so far, man.
Ult's ready. Cutting through.
Wait, whose name is that? Oh.
I got the spike. Fake teleport. I'm back. Fake planted. Time to jump. Fake teleport.
I messed around somewhere.
Aw,
That's there. That's on me.
good try.
Fighting.
Just open this, set this up.
Defenders win.
GG's, really close game. Could have went either way. There's a lot to go through. Okay, a lot. A lot to unpack, and that's
Yeah.
fine. That's normal. Oh, especially when we're, doing a deep dive or dissecting. There's one issue. So I don't know what happened. I think I missed a round, but then I didn't write on the next round, and I wrote on the earlier round. So these notes might be slightly like off. That's the first time that's happened. I don't know what happened, but I was like writing
You're
20,
okay.
and then I'm like, oh wait, this is 21. I'm like, what the hell happened? So we'll get there when it comes. So you can stop sharing. I'll share my screen. Give me a sec.
Okay.
So you may encounter that when you're reviewing the VOD with the notes. So just keep that in mind. It's like the maybe second time this happened, which is quite unusual. But I don't know where I must have missed a round and I just wrote it in the other round. But yeah, it's a little bit unlucky. Oh fuck.
Yeah, I
Just give
definitely
me
felt
1
like I
second.
was.
Yeah,
you're
go
good.
ahead. Go ahead. You can talk. You can talk. I'm
Oh.
listening.
I felt like I know. I definitely know a few points you're gonna touch on.
Yep.
For one, my brain was not in it for some of the rounds. I was smoking in the open. That's a big no-no.
My ultimate's ready.
Smokes were consistently not in the places that they should have been.
Yep.
Uh,
It's good that you can identify some of these things. That means you're taking some accountability, trying to see what you're doing wrong, which is really important to improve. Most
yeah.
people, when I ask them, like, or even in like their third, second session, I'll ask them, what do you think you did wrong? They're like, and they just cannot know because they're not thinking, right? They're not looking and visualizing what went through in the round in terms of their POV. They don't give a fuck, right? So, that's really good that you can kind of look that way. Most of my students are like that. Some are not though. They're just completely like, I don't know, I'm not sure. Tell me, right? But it's good. That is some of the problems, but there's probably some bigger problems down the line. So, yeah, we'll just give me 1 second. Let me just load in.
You're good.
Share
If
my
I must
screen.
live in this nightmare,
Yeah. So
my
usually,
enemies might as well join me.
when someone tells me, one of my
My
students tell me
ultimate
I'm
is ready.
gold, I'm plat, I'm diamond, I'm ascendant. Okay, I don't treat them like they're ascendant. I gotta start treating them like they want to be a high level player. So I'm really hard on everybody. I'm brutally honest because I mean, I can't just be like, oh, because you're a plat, we gotta think like this. That's wrong. Okay, you gotta be ready for the higher levels as well. Because that's why people are stuck. They cannot think beyond their elo, their skill level in terms of the people they're playing. That's why they are always not at the top. They're middle of the pack, just struggling. Okay, so I always talk to my students where they will start thinking and becoming a high level player through thinking about the right things and thinking in more general terms in a subjective way. Because if we could just do a session, it's just be 100% all subjective, but uh, we won't get anywhere in the long term. We gotta look at it objectively. What is good at the high levels? Obviously in your level, so we gotta adjust for that as well. But yeah, so we'll start with your general notes. Okay, I tell all my students. Okay, it's not just you. There's gonna be way more cons in your pros because whatever you're doing right, like I'll write what you're doing right, but I'm not focusing that on that too much. I would just tell you to just improve upon it, keep getting better at it, get faster, whatever it is, whatever the pro is, because that's not important. If you're doing it right, doesn't mean I have to tweak it or fix it. It's the things that you're doing wrong or non-optimal, as in it's just not efficient enough to be high level. It's tweaking these things will make you become high level because um, you know traditional sports, any other game is the same thing. Okay, we gotta start thinking about edge now. Okay, I'm gonna treat you like a high level player. So we need to separate ourselves from every other type of player or people or players in this elo. Especially when you get to Immortal, everyone starts having the same level aim, same level thought processes. Okay, it's what you can do to gain those small edges that separate you from being a Mortal 1 to a Mortal 3, and then getting more edge from separating from a Mortal 3 to becoming Radiant. And then, Radiant's a whole different dog, okay? Top 500 players versus a top 10 Radiant player, okay? The edge is only, people think it's a 20% edge. He's 20% better than me. No, the edge is only 1 to 5%, but that makes all the difference from being top 500 to being the best in the world, okay? It's just like that in traditional sports too. Any sport you tell me, it's the same thing. The top dogs versus the bottom of the barrel of the pros, the edge is so small. Obviously, if a top 500 Radiant player played in this lobby, you'd shit on everybody, drop 30. But because yes, there is a big edge difference from plat to radiant, from iron to radiant is probably like a 1,000% edge increase. Or if we were to make it more simple, it's like gold to diamond is probably like a 20%, 15%. But once you reach the 1%, which Immortal is, it's around there or even less nowadays. Back then it used to be about 2%. Now they reduced it. They made it harder to get there because just they want that. It shouldn't be something really easily attainable. But once you get to the 1%, everybody plays the same way. Okay, it's what separates you from, not, let's say, getting more kills, but as a player, your true skill. Okay, why should a team pick you up versus a guy that's young, or a girl, or a guy that's younger than you? You may have the same skill, but they're gonna always pick the younger one because they believe that younger people. It's like that in traditional sports. They're always gonna pick the younger pro because they believe that they have more time to adapt. They can, kind of train them, develop them. They have more potential than somebody that's 30 years old. Okay, so you gotta keep that in mind. And also, rank does not mean shit. Can go both ways. Where you're the plat, I'll give it to you. And you're elo, you're plat, but and this has happened lately. A couple guys you probably play with in the 10 mans like that. They're gold plat, but their true skill levels like ascended, immortal. And then there's some players that are opposite. They're plat, but they're actually a silver player in terms of true skill. They got lucky, bought an account, they got boosted by their friends, whatever it may be, right? And obviously the people that are above their rank in terms of true skill, there is also a thing that's holding them back. Maybe their mechanics might be at ascendant immortal, but it's something else. It's a mental aspect or a time aspect. They're working every day. They only get to spend 3 hours a week, 10 hours a week. Some people just tilt all the time. Ego is a big one. They know they're better than everyone, but it's holding them back because they're not being unproductive. Okay, I've been there too. Okay, but so that's that. I just briefly have to touch on that. These things are quite important because you want to be a collegiate player. So there's gonna be a lot of good players. You have to understand that, and it's time to understand to separate yourselves from these players, not by kills, but by edge, true skill. Okay, and the actual edge that is not seen, is not calculated. Okay. So let's move on. So we'll start with your cons. So we'll start with comms. Okay. Uh, Comms. She isn't calming when they are going in or telling them key indicators that they're coming in. Can give you a specific example on A. You were backside here holding your flash. You knew they were coming in. You gotta let your team know they're coming in. They threw smokes heaven, and it looked like they're about to come in. You need to tell them, guys, I think they're about to come in. They threw smokes down. So that way, it's not just for you or your duo. It's for the whole team. Okay, this is where edge starts creeping in and becoming a solid player where your team can also rely on you and trust you. Okay, it's important at the higher levels. You'll never ever play like this, where especially even ascendant. That's not high levels. That's the low or the high mid levels. Okay, they would never just sit here AFK and just let them run out. Okay, they would tell their team, guys, get the fuck ready. They're about to come in. Come right now. Okay, maybe it's one guy anchor on C. Watch mid. Okay, so that way, not only is it for me or the person next to me, it's for the whole team to understand the bigger picture. Some people are not mini map aware. They don't know what the fuck's going on. They're clueless. Okay, especially even in Immortal, it's everywhere. Most people are super clueless. So, but you need to make sure that the team is on the same page. Okay, especially if you're gonna go play collegiate. you would never ever play like this on a team atmosphere. You would tell them, guys, I think they're coming in. Can you go walk down mid? Can you hold C? Come stack 3 on A. They're throwing 2 smokes down. And they would confirm as well. Yes, I hear a couple short. Whatever it is. Okay, it's all situational. Cannot be too specific. But um, this is a key problem in my eyes, because at the higher levels they're gonna be like, are they in? What is going on? Like, you're not talking to me. You're the site person, right? You're the site person. So you gotta tell them, guys, they're throwing smokes down. They're about to come in. I hear them. They're close, really close, whatever it is. Okay, but sorry, let me just do this real quick. But yeah, we gotta communicate these things. Things you do not think are important are really important, even especially the higher you go, because communicating at a high level, everything is information. Hey, bro, I'm gonna leave you. Can you solo anchor? Hey, I'm gonna walk down this round, guys. So that way they can play accordingly. They know the risk that is coming down with that play, so they don't just start monkeying it down as well. Okay, they're gonna kind of be like, okay, you got it. Okay, and then if you die, they already had that thought in the process, that in their mind, that you could have died, and they will play in a different way, instead of not knowing, and they also running down right behind you, or whatever it is, or it's all situational. But things that you think don't matter really do matter. Hey, what's going on C? Are they in? Hey, can you wait for me? Retake. Anything. Okay. Hey, bombs down. What you do well. You saw the bomb. You're like, bomb down. Okay, that's really important. Okay, most people do not even tell them the team is bombs down. Okay, but you need to be more kind of making sure everybody's on the same page. Because I'll ask you a question. If a team with 3 people that are communicating at a high level versus a team that has 5 people communicating at a high level, which team will win in the long run? Law of large numbers, not in the short term. After 10,000 games of data, who will win more?
So, hi, man.
Right, just makes sense. Okay, in the long term, in the 10,000 games they play, that team will have a higher win rate. Obviously, there are times where the team that does not communicate can beat a team that's 5 high level communicators. Okay, it happens, but that's the short term. We gotta use the rule, or the law of large numbers. The overall long term, okay, and that's edge. Okay, that's all the edge. You gotta think in long term as well. So this stuff really adds up in my eyes, and most people eyes that are high level, because it's important. Okay, but we'll move on. And we'll get there more specific when these things are come up, because these notes come from the rounds. So I'm pulling these from the rounds. Okay. The next thing is, needs to be more specific and detailed. I think you're quite good in your comms. I would rank it like a 7 out of 10. It's a rough estimate. In your level. Okay, but the higher you go, it needs to be even better. Okay, you cannot communicate like this. It needs to improve. Okay, you're here. You heard a lot going short. You're like, many. Okay, you need to be specific. You can hear how many are shooting, running down. Say 2 short, 3 short. Mid is the same thing. You were like, many mid. But when you look at the mini map, 2 people were actually on A, the enemy, and then there was only 2 mid. What does many mean? Does that mean 4? Does that mean 5? Does that mean 3? You gotta be specific. Yes, I know you killed 1 window in that round, and there was a jet here and 1 there, but you need to say and if you don't know and definitively, you gotta say it in possibilities. Hey, I think there's 2 mid, guys. Careful. Okay, so that way they can ready themselves. The team. Okay, let's not even think about this elo. Obviously, these guys are brain dead. They don't care. It doesn't matter to them. But at the higher levels, those things matter, because they need to trust that you are accurate for them to do some sort of play off that information. For example, okay, and this says, I've seen this so many times, where the guy's on C, he's like, 5C. Okay, and then this guy on B is like, okay, he's calling 5. I trust him. I'm gonna run down with my knife down to get some space to go flank, and he dies to the guy window, right? And then he's like, what the fuck? You just told me there's 5, and the guy's mid. You don't know how many times I've seen that. And then they get upset, and then they stop trusting each other. The synergy goes away. Okay, that's key. You gotta make sure that things are accurate, so that way there's a synergy aspect as well, where you guys are trusting in each other 100%, even though you guys may be randoms. And I'm sure you've experienced this, where there's some games where you guys have the craziest synergy, 5 people just playing off each other, just everyone's just so good, communicating high level stuff. And there's games that they're not. But and the times where it is super high synergy, it's very rare, because most people are just brain dead. They cannot communicate at a high level, or create that type of synergy through rapport, or just building trust amongst each other, even though it might be only 24 rounds you play. trust is a big thing in anything, right? If they don't trust you, they're just never gonna listen to you. They're not gonna respect your calls, right? But if they trust you, it's working. Your calls are working, stuff like that. They're gonna put their life on the line to set you up, or understand that you will set them up to win and have a higher success rate at winning these rounds. Okay, because but yeah, we'll get into. I won't talk about that right now. But yeah, that's that. Okay, so I would like it to be more specific and detailed. You're pretty detailed and pretty accurate. You're like Manny mid, one window, couple running up short, but it needs to be not only just the first contact. Oh, there's a lot here. Okay, you gotta kind of reconfirm with them, and or just be super detailed. Too short. I hear too short running up. One window, one mid as well. If you do not know, you gotta talk possibilities. Hey, there's a lot coming A. I think it's about two. There could be one mid. Careful. Okay, you gotta make sure that all space is accounted for. Okay, it's a little bit of thinking on a different level, multiple layers. Okay, and when you get good at that, you'll also be get be get be getting good at also understanding what they're doing. Hey, 1A, 1B, 1C, like whether you said it and you saw it or they saw it, the teammates, and they're calling it out, and you guys are putting the information together. Guys, they are default. We do not need to run around. And that came up in one round where you guys, one guy died on C, they traded out, it's 4v4. Then you guys see 1A, and everyone just starts running. You need to be that person to tell them, wait, stay A. They are default. I can identify what they're doing. There's a much higher level way of playing. Most people, 90% of people, once there's contact, they just start running. They don't even think that somebody can lurk up mid, or somebody's sitting out here, or it was a fake, or they know, the enemy knows that we know we're rotating because this guy has died, so they're gonna leave. Okay, it's about thinking in multiple layers to being a high level player. So and we will work on this when the rounds come, but needs to be better. Okay, the next thing is need to feed information better. I think you're pretty good at feeding information, but it's still not up to par my expectations of being a high level player. Okay, I don't care that you're plat, you're not a high level player. I expect all my students to develop these skills, any of these skills that I talk about, to being a high level player. Okay, and thinking like one, because that's what it'll help you do, is when you understand how to be, or kind of communicate like a high level player, your brain will start opening up in more advanced ways. Okay, if you just stay in the same layer of thinking, then you're just gonna be the same. Okay, but it needs to feed information more. Okay, you cannot be a player. You're not so much, but still, I think you are. You're probably in the common category of players where they can only feed information with what's around them. Okay, the highest level players, me. Okay, my awareness is so sensitive to the minimap. Any question mark, any sort of noise, I'm just picking that up. Okay, I'm super hyper vigilant in terms of information. Okay, I'm a player where I can, I'll give you an example where my team is super toxic, or they're just yapping. I'm getting annoyed. I turn off a whole comms. I'm the type of player, I don't need them to tell me what the hell is going on. I will play accordingly every single time, because I'm so aware. I don't need people to tell me what to do. I know what to do based off the information I'm seeing. Obviously, it's good if you're being fed that information as well, but that's how aware I am. You need to be a player where you can account for what's going on in garage, B, and C while you're on A. Or when you're on C, knowing what the hell is going on A, B, grass, double doors on garage, whatever it is. You need to account for the whole map, the whole board. You need, because it's objective. All the Radiant players, that's how they play the game. They can account for everything. They don't need to be told what to do. They know it themselves. You need to be that type of player where you can account for everything that's going on this map. Doesn't matter if you're in your smoke, on A by yourself. Okay, you need to know there are key indicators that will tell you where they're going and things like that. And we'll get into that in round specific. But I do believe you have this potential to do that. It's just you need to first think about it. It's one thing to think about it and kind of be like, oh, I should probably work on this. It's another to take action. You got to start thinking differently than all these other scrubs, okay? Because these guys are all scrubs, okay? So, and in my eyes, most of my students, when I watch them play, they are the best player in the lobby. So act like it. You got to separate yourselves from the other 9 people, okay? And that's how you'll start. Your growth will be exponential. You'll work on this for 1-2 months in terms of the whole game. I'm gonna explain to you, and you'll see growth like in 2 weeks. Some of my students, we started, they started bronze and they're diamond now in like 1 week, 2 weeks, just because I just opened their mind up a little bit differently, help them understand in a different light, not just looking at aim and rank. I just opened the mental game up. You don't know how many. I had one guy the other day. he was so AFK, like he was just so locked out. And most people, when I watch them play, they stay locked in. They try to show off, but this guy was just so gone, and I just whooped his ass in terms of words. Like I just was so hard on him, and he just thanked me. He's like, thank you, like you actually like changing my life." And he's, he wants to see me once a week now because he's like, "Yo," and he's just match MVP. He's dropping 30 every game, and he goes from like 13 and 20 game to like just going crazy, right? And it's mass improvements over just mental, and that's something you have to understand, that this game is really mental. Okay, there's so much mental involved in this game. It's not your mechanics that separate you, it's your mental, because everyone has the same mechanics at Immortal. Okay, the same level, same benchmark. Obviously some people are a little bit better or worse, depends on the mechanic, but still, it's the mental game, the confidence, the self-belief that you are the best, stuff like that. Not no fear, no uncertainty in your language, stuff like that that will separate you. And that's some things I'm trying to teach all my students. I don't care what rank you are. You need to adopt this to becoming a Mortal 3, Radiant, whatever it is. Okay, so that's that. I would like you to feed information a little bit better. The next thing is so this I put in communication and also game sense. Okay, would like, because it just because these categories are separated does not mean that they are separated. You only use aim. You only use movement and positioning. You only use utility. Okay, every single category that I mentioned, obviously there's subcategories within these general ones that I kind of focus on, but um, they are all working in harmony. There's gonna be rounds where you only use aim and your utility usage. There's gonna be some rounds where you use comms and your game sense. There's gonna be some when you're dead. There's gonna be some rounds where you use all five. There's gonna be some rounds where you use game sense, aim, utility usage, whatever it is. The combinations are endless, but they work together. You need to get these skills in harmony, and also remember that aim is secondary to all of these. Okay, but I'll kind of touch on, I'm kind of yapping, but I'll touch on that when we get there. So the next thing is, would like, because this is important for me to talk about this when I say that, so would like her to make plans and use concepts. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. What was the play style on attack, specifically attack? What were you guys doing on attack? Can you identify it?
We were rushing quite a bit.
Yeah, that's it. You guys ran it down every round. I would like you to be the player, and traditionally, you know, I would like you to be the player to be a leader. Traditionally, the smokes, sentinels, initiators are the IGLs in pro play. And ranked, any role, any agent can be an IGL. That's the beauty of ranked. Okay, the person that has the most knowledge, leadership skills, game sense, concept, understanding how to apply, just not just knowing them, but applying them in the situation. Those people are usually always IGLs. They understand the game in depth. So I would like you to be this person. Okay, it's not there, not even close. Okay, I'm brutally honest. You need to understand what the fuck is going on. The whole team is, you guys are just running, and I'm not trying to, put the blame on your duo. Okay, but your Yoru, your duo, was lurking every single round on attack. You need to keep them accountable. You need to tell them, hey, can you group up with us and flash into or TP into backside and clear and scale the site for us? Why does a smokes player and a sentinel need to do that? Okay, it's his role. He's not. You should be the one lurking every round, if anything. You should have took his place because you can identify that because you're a smart person. Okay, and being like, hey, go with the team. I'll sit mid and hold the walkouts. I'll lurk and do this job. This job is not for you. That's what you need to understand. The duelist role is a selfless role that most people don't understand. Okay, it isn't a selfish role where you can AFK lurk everywhere and just AFK every round brainlessly. Okay, he was one of only two flashes, Yoru and Vice. Vice wasn't flashing, so you need Yoru. Okay, flashes are really important in this game. If you don't have flashes, they can just hold smokes forever and watch you guys run in and die, and that's what happened a lot of times. Okay, he needs to make a play on site, not in the middle of the map where you guys are not going. Okay, so you need to make him accountable. Bro, can you go fucking entry on the site, bro? I will lurk mid. I will hold just in case they walk down on us or being super aggressive, which they were. So I can understand that you need to lurk there. But still, you need to tell them, can you go and flash and TP backside and then take the site? I will come late. You need to be that type of player, okay? And I'm not trying to bash it, but I put it more on you because he's your duo especially, and you need to identify he's just lurking. You guys were four running. You'll see it in the VOD. You guys were just four running it down on site, and he's just mid, killing people, getting useless kills. Those are useless kills. Those are not high production kills. A high production kill on Duelist would have been you guys going A, he comes down, kills this guy short, flashes out, kills another one, and contains, or not contain, clear the whole site. All these common corners, common angles are gonna hold you. Either make sure it's clear, or they killed him there, or he kills him there, so that way the site is clear and safe for you guys to plant. Okay, I'll give you a specific example. Remember when you TP'd out short on top of here, kill the chamber? Nobody's going short. Nobody's clearing it. It's his job to do that. Also, it is a little bit on you. We'll get there when the round comes. I would like you to come out and clear it instead of TPing, because you're the one there. But still, he was not doing your job. Like, the whole team's not doing their role. Everyone's just playing, just run it down. That's the style. Okay. Yes, it might work in this elo. Even then, I don't think it works in this elo. But you gotta kind of make sure that everyone is doing their job. You gotta be that player. You're so aware that what roles people need to do, their job, their protocol, their checklist, and make them accountable. Obviously, don't be toxic, but tell them, hey, can you go in for us? Like, I will hold mid. Don't worry. Just go. Okay. Do your job. I'll do my job. Okay. Obviously, in a productive way. I'm talking more in, kind of like the thought process way. But I would like you to take that, make sure that all those roles are accounted for, because you're doing your job, everyone else isn't. What the fuck's the point of you doing your job? You might as well just start lurking too and just trying to get your kills too, right? So I would like you to do that a little bit better. Make plans and use concept. You guys are just running it down. Okay, you have to understand, once you run it down 6-7 times, okay, and the enemy team, the defensive team, are gonna understand what you're doing. Their comms are probably like, yo, they just hit a site and run, and sometimes they rotate off when we trade out, and they know we're stacked here. That's all they have to think about. But you need to be the person to be like, guys, we've run it down A. Let's run a fake on A. Let's go to A. I want Jet to smoke the cross. So whatever, tail, drone, or a sky dot, whatever initiator you have, you tell them to cross over. Tell them, cross over. You're gonna dog up short, drone up short, and then I'm gonna hold mid for the walkouts, because they might walk out because we're going A. They think we're going A, and I want 2 people C long walking up, taking contact. Don't run it. Don't make noise. Okay, you can use these things in a plethora of ways. Okay, you don't have, there's no rule book on, okay, if we rushed it down this time, the 8th round, we have to run a fake. Okay, this game is super flowy. You got to get creative. You got to get things wrong. You got to make wrong calls for you to get it right. Okay, that's kind of how I did it too. I wanted to be an IGL. I wanted the map hacking ability of understanding how people move, how I can get them to move, and how I can take those timings and make sure sites are less resistance areas. You need to be that player, to bringing your team, leading your team to the less resistance area. You cannot help them run into a 3-man stack site. Okay, you need to make sure that every time you're going on site, it's the least resistance. And or, obviously if it's a stack site, you kill them, obviously you take it, but you got to make sure, and I think you do that well. You went A that one round specifically, and then you're like, yo, there's 3 here, and it was stacked. But it's like you don't have a voice. You make the right identification, but you need to tell them, guys, get the fuck out of here. Go see right now. They don't listen to you, and I've said this so many times in my VODs, because what I had a gold player. It's like, well, they don't listen. What's the point of me saying that? I'm like, if they don't fucking listen to you, show them why they need to listen to you. Show them why the site is free. Go and run it down with your knife and go into the spawn. And trust me, and there's multiple times I've said this, and they do it, and their whole team just starts running. They'll start A, and they'll just start running because this guy's showing him that it is free. Okay, so don't just say it and have no voice. Okay, I don't care how people treat you or whatever, but tell them, guys, and reason with them. Guys, it's full. It's stacked. There's 3 there. Let's leave. Why are we running into 3 people? Why are we taking a 5v3 when we can take a 5v2, a 5v1 on site? Okay, or I can lurk up and take a timing and kill 2 people in rotations as well. Okay, you gotta kind of play this game more that way than just run it down. Run it down is the one layer of thinking. Okay, you gotta be on the 7-8th layer of thinking, because this game is also huge, like mentally. It's a big mental game, but that kind of correlates with understanding not only how the enemy the team plays as a whole, okay, but how they play individually, as in the Reyna or the Jet or the Chamber, whoever it is, okay. And I'm gonna kind of briefly ask you, or talk to you about this. You've probably played a game where, and this is probably an example of a game when you guys were on defense. Okay, they were not running it down on you. Okay, they probably ran it down on you the first couple times, but after they just started going everywhere. They started C, they're cutting noise, they're going back garage, they're going A, they're rotating a lot. Okay, you probably experienced that. Even though it's ranked and 5 people are randoms, you've probably experienced a team where they play super cringe. You're on defense, they start A, they come out, make a bunch of noise, throw 2 smokes down, they come C, and then they come back A, and then they end B or some shit like that, right? And I'm sure you've experienced games where they just run it down. They pick a site and run it down. So it's not only important to understand how an enemy team plays, even though they're random, and this skill is more important when you're playing collegiate, okay, because you need to actually know, okay, like thoroughly and 100%, or not 100%, but like 80% of the time exactly how that person will play and also their team. But in ranked it's a little bit different, but still you need to make sure you're accounting for their tendencies, the patterns, and also the frequencies. As in, yes, you may know that this guy likes to lurk down mid every round, but you got to know at which frequency, how often is he doing? Is it all the time? Is it medium? Is it small? You need this type of mental calculator to understanding these things, and once you get a grasp on that, you will be a super solid player. Okay, so we'd like you to make plans and use concepts. Okay, there's not that many concepts in this game. It's not like Counter-Strike or other games where there's 150 concepts. There's less than 15, maybe even less. Okay, even in pro play, they don't use that. They use all the basic concepts like re-hitting, default, contact, rushing, fake, inserting lurks. There's not so many. Okay, there's less than 10. Those become the baseline, and then they make it more advanced to higher level ways of thinking. Okay, we're gonna start A. Okay, we're gonna end C, or we're gonna run a re-hit. So we're gonna fake it. We've been rushing. We're gonna fake it like we're going A. We're gonna have a lurker mid and on C, and then we're gonna run all the way up, throw our smokes, cut noise, and then we're gonna make noise that we're running off, and then walk back, and we're gonna wait 10 seconds, and we're gonna wait this for the C long guy, and I'm gonna tell him, bro, make noise. Mid guy, make noise. Throw a smoke garage window. Okay, you don't know how many times I made this type of play, and we start A, so they all rotate over to A. Okay, then we run off. They're like, oh, they're rotating. We cut noise. We wait 10-15 seconds, and I tell these guys on C and mid to make noise. So then they actually believe that we're rotating. They're like, yo, they're running. They're in front garage. So they start, and we'll be sitting here. You don't know how many times I've done this, and you just hear 2-3 guys running off, and we just take the site for free. Okay, that's obviously a concept. It's pretty basic, but you can make it advanced by being creative, by getting it wrong, stuff like that, and you'll be a much better player. I think you have the potential to do it. Most of my students, 60-70% ground level in terms of this. You can still identify some stuff. It's just you need to be a leader with it. You gotta be assertive. You gotta be certain. You gotta have a voice. Okay, you cannot just say it and not act upon it. Remember I told you, it's one thing to know it and not take action. You got to take action because it's the right call, especially when it's the right call. There's going to be times you do it, make a call and it's wrong, or it's too predictable or whatever, but you're going to learn off that, stuff like that. Okay, so let's move on. The next thing is aim. Okay, needs to be able to dodge flashes. It didn't happen too much, but we got to work on this. I'll show you some exercises at the end that you can do to not get flashed all the time, especially a breach flash. Super easy to dodge. Okay, high level players do not get flashed because they're so quick, and it's a mental thing. Yes, it's a looking away with your mouse thing, but it's a mental timing thing, a sound cue as well. Okay, you need to kind of think about this and practice it, where you'll never get blind and you'll kill 2 instead of 1, or 0 versus 2, which makes all the difference in winning rounds. It's edge. Again, it's all about edge. Okay, everything ties into edge. Next thing is, would like her to use a phantom as a smokes player or a cipher. Okay, and you may not like this, but even 10 said it when the game first came out. Okay, this is where I pretty much used that from, is because I remember him talking about it, everyone agreed, and it makes sense. As a smokes player, you need to be playing Phantom. I'm a Phantom player regardless of role because I'm just so good with the Phantom. It's much, in my eyes, it's the better gun. The fire rate is higher. You can one-tap people way quicker. If I'm fighting a guy with a Vandal up close, I will always win. Okay, it's just the rate of fire is much quicker. And it's better. You can spray transfer. You cannot spray transfer with Vandal. Okay, and you can also spam through smokes, which you are playing, and not get traded because they don't know where you're shooting from. but it didn't happen to you. But I'm trying to make sure that doesn't happen to you, especially in Collegiate, because they'll tell you you should probably play a Phantom if that keeps reoccurring. Okay, but when you use a Phantom and you throw a smoke and they're coming up like you were in hell, and you start spraying this, they don't know where the fuck you are. Okay, they have to make a random guess and one tap you. But when you have a Vandal, they know exactly where you use bullet tracers with a Vandal. Okay, and the rate of fire is much lower, so it's worse, especially with a smokes player. You're gonna be playing behind your smokes almost all the time, so you need to understand that using a Phantom is much superior as a controller player, not any other role, because they're not playing around the smokes. Okay, but as a controller player, it turns your fighting mechanics into a ninja. You become a ghost when you use a Phantom. When you use a Vandal, it's a different story. They can kind of, a lot of the times they'll trade, especially when they're higher lobbies, they'll see your bullet tracers shooting from here. They know you're here shooting at me, and they'll all spam it and you're dead. Okay, Phantom, they don't know. They just usually have to leave or go away. Okay, and you can do it or you don't have to do it. But again, if we want to build edge, if we want to be better than players, we're gonna have to take all edges possible, and this is where you can gain at least a 5%. Maybe not a 5%, might be too big, but 2% edge. Okay, and when those edges add up, they add up a lot. Okay, so I would like you to use a Phantom players move forward. And I know it's hard and stuff like that, but this is a superior gun. People don't understand. People just use Vandal for one tapping. That's it. That's all. And there's inconsistencies with first shot bullet. Phantom, there is not. If you two tap somebody well and are really accurate all the time, they are instantly dead. Okay, so keep that in mind. Next thing, utility usage needs to be in. Oh sorry, the last thing for aim was some fighting inconsistencies. I think you're able to delete people. I put that in the pros, but still, there's a little bit of inconsistencies because you don't play a lot, you don't train a lot. It's normal. Okay, utility usage needs to be in positions to smoke better. Okay, this was a little bit of an attacking note. I'm pretty sure I wrote, and defense too, but specifically if I can remember one round, like this round, you just ran out and just TP'd out in the middle of the site. Like, you need to make sure that the smokes are down before they're out. You don't need to be out first. Okay, that's the Yoru's job. That's the duelist's job. You need to be here, smoke it,
Shadows traveling.
smoke this, and then you come out with your team. Okay, or go back mid, late lurk, or whatever it is. It's all situational, but you need to be in better positions to smoke. A lot of times, the smoke is secondary thought. You're trying to come out with your team, but that's not your role. Your role is to smoke, so that way it is safe. So just like an initiator, so that it is safe. The initiator is the same thing. He's gonna use a dart, a flash, a dog, whatever the piece of utility is, a breach stun. Okay, for the site to be somewhat safe, for the duelist to go in, so that way the duelist can entry scale the site, make sure all these corners are clear. Obviously, you're coming out with him to help him do that, as in trading him, so that way it is safe for you guys. It is a team effort. You gotta understand your role a little bit better, and also remember. I'll touch on this later. Okay, but that's that. Okay, so needs to be in positions to smoke better or be ready to smoke better, faster. Okay, this is probably that note. So needs to worry about making sure smokes are down before going out or right before they go in. All you have to do is look at the minimap. They're running up long. Look at the minimap. See where they are. Once they're about to peak, throw this out. Okay. Start throwing, and then you start coming behind them, or you watch flank because you guys don't have a flank trip or something, and or just kind of wait here because there a lot of times if 4 people are running out, they probably don't need you unless they're trading heavy and it's a stack site. But you should probably play here, and what I recommend is that you should probably smoke for them around here and then go back mid and go lurk. Okay, that is your role as well. It's to control space. It's in the name, controller. Okay, it's to control space, lock parts. Obviously Sentinel is easier at doing it, but you guys both share the same responsibility in that sense, just like how a duelist and an initiator share that responsibility they go hand in hand. Controller, Sentinel, same thing. They need your smokes and you guys both lock it down. Same thing with duelist. They both help each other get on site. Okay, but they both kind of entry and scale together. They're running out together, and the breach is coming following the duelist or the sky, whatever it is. Okay, or the Sova. Okay, so you got to keep that in mind that you are also kind of a sentinel in a way. Omen especially is an agent where you can lock down C by yourself, lock down B, lock down A, or maybe not A, but C in this area is usually more your sites. Okay? You kept playing A, but we'll get in there. So yeah, I would recommend you smoke for them. Tell them, they tell you, yo, we're rushing A. Like, okay, I'm gonna smoke for you. I'm gonna late lurk mid. Yoru's there. Yoru, go with the team. Go entry and scale. They need you. I will do it. Okay, you need to be that type of player. Okay, so let's move on. Next thing is, so that's it for utility usage. I think overall your utility usage is quite good. You like to use your flashes a lot. I think it needs improvement on your flashes, your TPs as well. But at least you expend them. You use them. Some of my students, they'll use their smokes and that's it. And or like on a clove, they'll use decay one time the whole game. Okay, at least you can press the button and use it and experiment it with it. The next thing I would say off that is that you need to learn. When you make a bad play with your utility, understand what you did wrong and how it could be more optimal, how it could have been better, how it could add value. That's how you have to think of utility. It needs to add value to you, not only you, but your team in some way, as in getting a kill, setting some guy up backside, he's flash or jet dashes off of it, whatever it is. It needs to add value. You can't just mindlessly, just using it is not good enough, which you don't do. You try to add value, but I'm just saying, that's not good enough. You gotta make sure it's doing something. Okay, that's that. The next note is for movement positioning. I think this is actually probably one of your weakest skills. Not saying it's on the ground level, but it needs a lot of work. You're too timid. You're too passive. Okay, in this game, most video games, most mental type games, competitive games, the aggressive players always come on top because they don't let you breathe. They add a fear and a level of uncertainty in people's brain. That's what aggression does. They're like, yo, this guy's just fucking shitting on me and he's running it down. Holy fuck, I'm gonna stay away from this guy, right? Versus someone that just lets it happen. You're just sitting here and then like the guys, let's say you're on defense and you don't be aggressive and you're always letting them get the space. They're gonna eat that up as a, yo, this person is just not aggressive at all. They're so passive. They're just waiting for us. Let's just run it down, right? The aggression in almost any aspects of life is key to becoming, in quotation, top dog. You really need to be, and I'm not saying run it down with your knife or just run 5 men down the sight, but I hope you get what I mean. It's like more the mental, like aggression, as in domination. Okay, don't come here. You come here, I'm gonna fucking kill you, or I'm gonna walk down and kill you guys every single time if you do not come fight me 3 people, stuff like that. Okay, so gotta make sure that you're a little bit more aggressive in your movement and position. Because I can talk specifically on defense. You kind of wait for things to happen, or even on attack. This specific round right here, I looked at the minimap and they're calling. There's two there. There's two there. The last two is a 3v2 on B, and you're just sitting here. You need to go and reposition yourself where, God forbid, those two guys kill everybody. You have at least so much of a better chance, or you're in a spot that's unpredictable. Okay, get a little bit more aggressive with that. And it takes time to learn that. You obviously need to identify that, but I feel like even on defense, it's just too timid. You're waiting for them to come to you. But you also have to understand that there's peeker's advantage. If they swing on you, you're dead. A lot of the time, not all the time, but they have a slight more advantage. They can react to you faster than you can react by you just standing in the open, waiting for something to happen, relying on aim. Okay, so we'll get there when the round comes, but I would like you to work on your positioning a little bit more in terms of using the info and then moving accordingly, or get whatever it is. So needs to be in better positions to smoke. I wrote that in both spots. Pretty self-explanatory. We'll get there when the round comes. Barely take space. I'll ask you, how many times did you take space on defense? As in walking down or trying to make sure it's clear, and then you take space and go flank.
I don't think I did that at all.
Never. Not once.
Yeah.
Never ever. Okay, this is in a game, and that's fine, and that's very common. Most people are too scared to do it. Why? They're like, oh, I'm gonna die. There's uncertainty. There's unknown, right? It's a game of unknown information. You gotta go and figure out what's going on. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you right now that the best players will take space aggressively when they can. I'm not saying do it just every round. Okay, I cannot be specific on that or give you a rule like on this they go. Okay, you gotta feel it out. You gotta develop this. It's a skill. It's not genetics. It's a skill that you must develop by making mistakes. I walked down mid this time and I just go like this and I died to this guy in the corner. And I'm gonna ask you, what would you do next time if you died to the guy in the corner here? It should be really simple. You're gonna clear it. Right, now I cleared it. Now I go this way and I went up the stairs and I died to this guy sitting here. What are we gonna do now? Give me the steps. Right, we're gonna clear this. You're right. No, you got it right. We're gonna clear this corner because we've learned that people like to play there, or we don't want to die from there. So we know every time we Start this corner, and then now we hold this off angle just in case somebody's there, because I've died there before. So that's what take how you build your space taking isn't from getting it right every time. You gotta get killed in space, then you start building this the skill of like, oh fuck, okay, that was too quick. I should have waited. I should have let my team take some contact before I go. I need to be patient, whatever it is, okay? But also keep in mind when you take space, you gotta be hyper vigilant, super cautious. I'm gonna ask you, and I'm not asking you these questions in this way to see if you're stupid. I know you're not. It's just to open your mind up, okay? Why would we have to be super hyper vigilant when we walk down mid, walk down A lobby, or C long?
Somebody could be lurking.
What else?
Rehits.
Sure. Try to be more general. Like, why should we be vigilant? Why should we be cautious? Not that they're doing a certain concept, but why? What is the main
Oh,
reason?
just something unexpected.
Mm, a little bit. Okay, I'll tell you. So, it's because it's a high resistance area. There is a lot of
Okay.
unknown threats. There could be 3 people waiting for you. Could be one guy. I guess that's kind of right too. It's unknown. You don't know how many people are there, but it's just a high resistance area because this is their space, right? Think about it like on a traditional war. Okay, the defenders start with space and they protect the space, or they give up the space for a better positioning, right? The attackers are the ones that need to go and take space, or be they control the temple. So that's why a lot of the times you have to be careful, because when they're taking tempo, well, it's different if you exactly know where they are, but generally at the higher levels they default a lot. They don't run it down, okay? But too much they do, but it's not like the main thing that they do. They might use it, but still they're gonna be waiting for you, okay? So that's what I mean. So you gotta make sure you gotta be super vigilant, because you don't know where the fuck they are unless you know for sure through the information you're given and you've processed. Your teammate's like 3C, and then one guy on A is like, yo, there's nothing A. He walked out. Obviously, we can start kind of being vigilant here and looking, going towards C. And I'm gonna ask you a few questions now. Okay, our teammate. Okay, there's no noise. Super, sweaty round. Everyone's playing really quiet. No one wants to die. Okay, our teammate walks down C long. Okay, like this. He waited here, listened, nothing. He's like, oh, nothing. He starts walking out, and he's like, I have C. Okay, you were in garage. This is just an example, not being specific. You were in garage, and you're like, oh, he said nothing C. I'm gonna kind of be visual, see what's going on. I look, nothing mid. Where can they be?
A long, A
Right,
lobby.
exactly. You got it right. Now let's give you the other example. They have 3 on A. This guy goes like, oh, nothing long, nothing short, and the guy peeks here, is like, nothing, absolutely nothing. They both start walking up. Where can they be? In terms of positioning the enemies, where are they likely? Where have we narrowed them down?
Spawn. Or like just sitting back.
Nope. It will be mid. Like, let's say these guys don't know anything. They're
Oh,
playing safe,
I
right?
thought you were
Yeah,
still
yeah.
correlating this
No,
to the
no,
other
no, no,
one.
no. Just
Sorry.
let's say, yeah. My bad. I should have told you. They only walk down short and long. Where are they? And they're
Oh.
playing safe on C and B and garage. It's quiet over there, right?
They could be C long, doors,
Right.
courtyard.
Or mid, right? Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
So just very simple examples, but I'll give you one last one where you should be able to answer this with your eyes and your ears closed. Okay, you should not get this wrong. Okay, most of my students don't, because it's that easy. I'm not trying to see if you're stupid. It just should understand this if you've answered these other questions. Okay, so now we walk down C. This guy walks down C. He's listening. Nothing. He's like, oh, nothing. He walks down here. He's like, nothing C. Okay, and then you do the same. You're like, you did. You're like, oh, nothing mid. And then this guy walks down as well. Oh, nothing mid, guys. Nothing mid. He goes up to window. Nothing here. And then the A guys walked up. Nothing short. Nothing long. Where are they gonna be? They walk
Spawn.
down everywhere. Exactly. Spawn.
Yeah.
Obviously, they will not be. But I'm asking in that way so you understand now, because that will show me that you understand it. I've had one student where he's like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, okay, bro, you're not paying attention. Like, listen to what I'm saying. Okay, but yeah, now you know, right? Taking space in this game, and any game, or any game where there's unknown information, even card games like poker, stuff like that, okay? You now know it's a map packing thing. We can now narrow them down to where they are, and I'll briefly touch on this briefly. So most maps, 10 out of 12 maps, they work in thirds. So A main, A, that's 1/3, and then B with mid with the garage door, that's 1/3, and then C long, right? Including the spawns on both sides. So that's 1/3. So when you have, and I'll ask you to like this now, if we walk down 2/3 from A and B, where are they going to be?
The last 1/3.
Exactly, right? It's super simple. There's two maps that are not in thirds, okay? Fractures and quarters, front B, arcade B, as in B main and arcade B, okay? And then A, dish side, and then A main side, okay? And then bind, even though there is a mid in terms of market, but there's still a hookah side market and a short side market. Bind is a map that's in halves. It's split in half. Okay, so if we walk down one half, where are they gonna be?
The other half.
Right. If we walk down both halves, where are they most likely gonna be?
Spawn.
Right. You got it. You're smart, so you got it. Good. So now we understand why space taking is important. You never did it. Taking space is information. Taking information is identifying where and what the enemy is doing. Identifying that as a team as a whole is having a higher success rate at winning the round. Winning the round is winning games. Winning games is getting RR. Getting RR is hitting your goals and climbing to where you need to be. So it all adds up. This is the edge part. This will help you start leveling up. Okay, so I would like you, whether you die or not. Okay, I don't focus on that. Whether you took the space and died, it's easily fixable. Next time you just clear this corner. Next time you gotta be more patient. Whatever it is, you gotta identify that as well, because I'm not always gonna be here. But I would like you to go and try it out. At least dip your toes a little bit. See what's going on, because a lot of the times when you make the right read, as in they're like, yo, there's 3C, and then you started A long like you did a lot, okay, and there's nothing there, or they even breach stunned you and then you start running away, and then you're like, yo, there's nothing here, nothing A, guys, could be up short. Okay, obviously you gotta kind of tell some guy to kind of pick this up just in case if you believe he's went short. But a lot of times once you do this, you'll see how open people, especially in this rank, maybe not the higher ranks, people are going to be sitting here waiting for people to take space because they know how important it is, and also they pick up on people that like to do that. But for you and your rank, you're gonna start map packing on these guys. You're like, yo, I walked out A, nothing, and you come here, nothing B, they're all C, and you just tell your team, stack C, stack, and you guys are gonna be ready to win that round. Okay, obviously you do that and you still lose too, but that's a different story. Yeah, but yeah, so I know it's quite lengthy, but it's quite important for me to explain it like that so you understand it, not just know it. You need to understand it, okay, to the T. Okay, so I'd like you to take space more. That's it. We'll move on when the round gets there too. Needs to go. So next point, needs to go and get kills. Can't always wait for them. So too passive. So we kind of touched on this. On this was more of a defensive note. You gotta just kind of not be flat-footed and wait for them to fall in your crosshair. You gotta use your brain for you to come down, take the space, yo, nothing here, and then you just timing people. This guy walking, doesn't even clear you, just kill him, stuff like that. Or start of the round, you immediately smoke window and start walking down, and then that's what I do, and I immediately kill people here, because when people come down grass, they do not look this way. They're stupid. They all look double doors, and a lot of times I'll walk down, kill them on a duelist, and get out. Okay, so kill multiple people. If I kill 2 people, I keep taking space because that means they're splitting C. They left 2 here, and I start going flanking them, stuff like that. But yeah, would like that a little bit. Aggression, a little aggression. I'm not saying be super hyper aggressive, ape aggression, and just start running it down, beating our chest, but running it down. But a little bit of that calculated movement is what I should say, is what I would like from you, because you're waiting too much. You're waiting for things to happen. You gotta go and get your kills. You gotta go and make things happen, especially in this game. But yeah, so next note, I wrote flat-footed too much. Kind of ties in with that. You're a little bit too timid, a little bit too passive. Okay, so let's move on. Last note, this note's a little bit, okay, it's not so thick. So game sense, mental game. Would like her to play where she can smoke both sides or lock down C. So I would like you to stay mid or inside garage or towards maybe link instead. But you started A a lot. You were autopiloting in the beginning, going A. But I'm gonna ask you. You should be able to get this. Can you smoke C from here?
No.
Exactly. So you need to make sure, obviously C is a site that's more for Omen. Like Omen, usually a good Omen, I've played against a lot of good Omens on C, they will solo lock this down because the smokes and the flash, everything's just so hard. And they're using a phantom, so you don't know where he's shooting you at. He's just spraying 3 people down through the smoke, or when they're coming out the smoke, they get flashed. So that's quite important that you kind of, it's a little bit of a map knowledge game sense thing. You got to know where Omen should play, bet most optimal for him to play, because on A it's kind of not your site in my eyes. What you needed to do was identify that and be like, guys, stack 3A, Vice will solo C with the utility on Garage. I will hold down B. Okay, you started doing that later, but it was too late. Or you tell them 2A with an op, you come here, help me, I will play Garage for Vice and be able to run around and smoke, because that's what a lot of you, a lot the controller does on defenses. You just run around and smoke things, really, and obviously use your utility well, but you got to make sure and be ready, and don't just stay in this and run around like this like you did sometimes, but you got to be ready. He calls C, instant smoke. He calls A, it needs to be instant. Like, obviously Omen's a little bit different than like Brim, Clove. Those are easier smoking type agents, but you know, probably would like you to play a lot of Clove too. I think she's really busted. I play a lot of Clove. You can be super aggressive. You have ult up, you literally run it down on attack. On defense, you can be really aggressive, take space, and then bait yourselves. You know, you get one, you get traded, you run, and this guy starts chasing you, and your teammates kill him, or you kill him, whatever it is. But I think Clove is quite strong, especially in ranked. She can solo carry a lot. Okay, so that's that. Just be in a position where you can smoke. This I put it in game sense because it's a little bit of a map knowledge thing. You can't just play A. I'm not saying that you can never play A, but you should probably start towards somewhere mid and then start rotating if they need help or whatever it is. Okay, situational. That's that. Okay. Next thing is not accounting for all the space on defense or rotating too fast. Okay, you're not. It's because you're not aware. I'm not saying that you're stupid. It's because you're not aware that you are not accounting for space, as in you don't know how, you're not counting or thinking how long it is open, and that there's a possibility that somebody could take a timing. Okay, for example, you guys kept running C as a team. You need to tell them, guys, go pick up mid, or you do it if they're not doing it, but tell them, guys, they could have lurked up. Careful, careful, because I'm gonna ask you a question. When we start rotating and somebody is lurking mid, can they hear us? Yes or no?
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
So if somebody, let's say the enemy kind of took, there's a lurker like a cipher just by himself, right? And we start
Yeah.
full rotating to C. Is that information? Yes or no? Can he hear us?
If he's in mid, or
Yeah,
we
right,
rotating
right
through.
here or right here, right where we ping. Let's say start of the round, he goes grass, he looks doors, nothing there. He looks B, nothing there, and the cipher just sits here. And then your teammate's calling, "Oh, C," and then you guys are just running to C. Can you hear that? Yes or no?
Oh, through B, yeah.
Exactly. And this is a specific example, but generally on any map, the guy that is lurking, he's not lurking to get a timing and to shoot people in the back of the head and get into the defensive line and just get behind enemy lines. Okay, it's an information gathering thing as well, because he can hear people leaving towards A. So he's like, yo, A is less resistance, run, right? And I'm sure you experienced that a lot. And it was happening to you, because I'm assuming that someone was hearing there's too much information, or you guys were just not accounting for the space or being a little bit vigilant in terms of that stuff. Because you guys just full rotate everywhere you go. Right? First contact, everyone just start running there. You need to tell them, guys, wait, stay mid, stay C. They're not in, like Vice. Okay, you guys start you guys they went, something happened A, I can't remember which round, and everybody ran off. You need to tell Vice, stay C, because that's her role. That's her job, is to anchor, right? You know what anchoring is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like staying on site until the bomb is planted. Like, you're the solo guy. Usually it's a one person. You can anchor with multiple, but usually the sentinel needs to anchor a site and lock it down just in case there's timings and stuff like that. But you guys didn't do that, or you didn't even account for it. You didn't care. But you need to, because it's important. I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you like getting shot in the back?
No.
No, nobody does. I giggle when I get this question, because all my students go, not particularly. Nope, I hate it. I hate it too. But you will get shot in the back a lot, which happened in this game a couple times, because you guys are not accounting for the space. You guys are not making sure there's no timings there available. So keep that in mind. Okay, that's also a skill that you can work on by getting good at lurking, which I'm gonna force you to do, because you are a controller. You should be taking space on defense more often, and also on attack, going mid, locking it down, waiting for people to walk out, because that's a huge tendency in the mid levels, where people just start walking down mid, and you'll just delete these kids because they're so dumb. They don't think that people will hold for them. That's a higher level thing. When you pick up on this, like for example, if you believe like the Jet was walking down 5, 6, 7 rounds in a row, for me, I only need to see that twice, and I wrote it down, where I'm like, okay, they're a team. These are players that like to walk it down. you need to you gotta keep that and store that for the later on, or to adjust or play accordingly off that information. Okay, it's knowing their tendencies individually, and also the frequency and how often they're doing it. You got to be able to calculate this in your head to be a really, really high level player. Okay, so let's move on. Next thing is needs to identify what the enemy is doing. We kind of identify this on when we were when you're attacking. Same thing when you're defending. Okay, when your teammate calls 1C, you're like, oh, I hear one grass, and then the guy on B is like, oh, one window, and then the guy A is like, oh, they smoked across on A. Okay, what is that? What can we identify?
Default.
Exactly, it's a default. This guy's like 3C, and then you hear 2 grass. What is that?
C split.
C split. Whether you hear 3 there, 4 here, 1 here, or he hears 4, it's leaning towards a C hit. Okay, let's say for example now, we see sorry, give me one second. Let me think about this. Okay, let's say we see the lurker. We have identified it's the lurker. Okay, it's a cipher solo. We know it's solo. We heard only one. Where's the enemy team?
Probably A or B.
Right, you got it. They're gonna be across the lurker. Okay, or if we see him mid, we can assume that they're somewhere towards A or C. Let's say even you confirm with that. You're like, yo, lurker, Cypher's mid, the lurker, or even a clove or a controller, because usually those are the ones that can lurk, because they can smoke and just sit mid. So you identify. You're like, yo, clove's mid. Okay, and then you tell the guy on C, can you see C? Is there anything? Walk down or whatever, jiggle it. He's like, nope, nothing. Be like, yo, they're all A. You could just map hack like that. Obviously, there are times you get it wrong too, where they're just sitting out C long, but most of the times, generally, when you can process this information in this way, you will gain that map hacking ability slash narrowing down not only where they are, but what they're going to do off how many you're seeing and also who you're seeing. Okay, that's a much higher level thing where I usually tell my mid to low level players, make sure you're accounting for how many you see. Okay, but the higher level players, I always tell them you gotta know who you are seeing as well. It's important. If I saw, okay, the clove, they have one smoke, a clove, and a jet, but my team's calling 3A and it's a Cypher, a Sova, I would just been like, it's a fake. They're going C. Because why is the smokes player on C? He needs to be over there to smoke, right? That means this tells me that they were trying to lurk up and trying to end C. And a lot of times it's correct. So it's also important to know who you are seeing and calling it out, being specific, letting your team know, not just for you. All ties together. Remember how I said it all ties together, even though it may be separate. You can tie it together to helping your team win at a higher success rate. Guys, Cypher C, he's still lurking. Could be A. Be careful. I'm gonna take space. Oh, nothing mid. Cypher still C. Can you stay there? I'll hold mid and listen what's going on. Whatever it is, situational. But yeah, that's that. Okay. Just identify what they're doing, or try to at least get it wrong. Even if you get it wrong, it's fine. You'll build upon that mistake and kind of gain more knowledge. Okay, fuck, I was wrong. I should this, boom, boom, boom. Okay, I can't specifically tell you how, but it's really the scenario you're seeing as well. But that's okay. Next thing is needs to account for all. So this is that note. Needs to account for all agents and how many during the round. You don't do it too badly. You do quite well actually. Because most of my students cannot even think on that level. But yours was alright. You're like 3A, but you need to add a voice to that specific part of that round where you're like, let's leave, get the fuck out now, get going. And if they do not follow you, show them why it's the right call. Go, get on site, and they will come. Trust me. Okay, you don't know how many times I've said that, and I've showed it to my players, and I'm watching them live. I'm like, go right now. I don't care. Go if they're gonna listen to you. They will follow you if they believe that you are the best player or you know best. Okay, that's just human nature. We're very primal in that way. Okay. Would like her to make plans and use concepts. Touched on this already. Brought in both parts in game sense and movement position, because it's really tied in both. Understanding how they move, pathing, where they were last seen, and then how they can go. Can they go to garage? Can they go to there? That will also build your map packing skills as well. Okay, so let's get into your pros. I know I'm yapping a little bit. The next thing is comms. Can instantly tell them bomb is down. That's really great. I think overall you like to be specific and detailed, or somewhat accurate. I shouldn't say specific and detailed. You like to be accurate, guys. Running up short, stuff like that. But also you need to be specific and detailed, and also you just have to tell them that the information, not tell them to, like, communicate it like they're coming in, because you're like a lot short, and you'll see your team just start running to you. You got to tell them a lot short, they're coming up short, there's 2 short, 3 short, they're not in. That's all you have to say. They're not in yet. I will let you know when they throw down smokes. They throw down smokes. They threw smokes. I think they're coming in. Obviously, it's a little bit of an intuition thing as well. Got to build upon, but that's that. So aim. I wrote decent micro adjustments. Actually, I think you have pretty good micro adjustments. Just some kills. You know, you're not crosshair head level, but like he'll peek and then you just instantly just correct the crosshair and delete them. I like that. High level way of shooting. Deleting people is the best way of shooting because in this game, time of kill is very low, as you may know. You need to be able to boom, boom, delete multiple people within 1 second. That's just how this game is. Okay, it's not like Counter-Strike where some fights do take quite long. They are obviously instant at higher levels, but there's a little bit more of a realistic way of fighting in terms of guns. They're realistic guns as well, the fire rates. But in Valorant, it's a little bit, you know, it's all about deletion. Making them think like you're cheating is really the best way to put it. You gotta kill people like that, where they're like, "Yo, you're cheating" or something like that. That to me will show you that you have really good reaction times and just overall deletion rate, I guess you can say. Okay, the next thing is utility usage. And obviously, you know, I think your aim is actually the best out of all of these. And your, you know, I would probably say um, your utility is next, and game sense is probably third. But that doesn't mean that we could stop working on our aim. Gotta improve upon it, get it better, add progressive overload, because it's a physical thing. We'll get into that at the end, though. I won't yap on that, but that's that. Okay, the next thing is utility usage. I wrote can use all our kit. Obviously, we touched on the cons. Need to be in positions to smoke better. Needs to kind of know your protocol when they're taking the site. Don't go behind them. Throw the smokes down first, then go with them, or choose to come back and come mid, late, lurk, or watch flank. Okay, there's multiple ways you can do it, but still build your own protocol. I cannot tell you exactly what to do. Okay, because this game is super flowy, so you need to kind of build that protocol, that checklist that you like to do as well. That is optimal and is high level. Okay, that's important. You can't just do random stuff that just won't work at the higher levels. Okay, that's different. You got to make sure that it's optimal at the high level. Okay, so that's that. Um, Movement position, I think this is one of your weakest things. You're too timid and too passive, which leads you to not doing too much, not taking space, not being proactive, not gaining information, stuff like that. So it's super big that we need to work on this for you. I'm not saying it's ground level, but it's just too passive for my liking. I would like it a little bit more, a little oomph to it. Okay. The next thing is game sense, mental game, a little swagger, you can say. Game sense, mental game can know when it's sacked sometimes. You're pretty good at that type of identification. You just gotta remember what I said. It's one thing to know it. You gotta have a voice. Tell them, reason with them, get out. It's the high resistance. Our chances of us dying are high here. Let's get out and go take a 5v2 on a different site. 5v1. Get a free site. Okay, that's what you have to kind of take care of. Okay, so that's that. So let's get into these notes. Some notes are gonna be quite grungy. They're gonna be long. Some are obviously nothing happening when you walk down mid and die. I'm like, oh, she walked down and mid and died. That's it, right? So all these notes are in your POV. I'm gonna get through these as fast as I can. I don't want to take 4-hour session. I think that's too long. I think you're able to understand these quite well. So we'll get started. Okay, just hang in there. Okay, and if you any questions or anything you are like, oh, what about this or any ideas, interrupt me. Okay, this is not a time for me to yap. It's just we're deep diving on your play. We're making it optimal. We're seeing where you're getting things wrong or what you could have done a little bit better, stuff like that. So you have anything to ask, stuff like that, interrupt me. Say, what do you think about this? Hey, I have a question. Yeah, go ahead. I always let my students talk. Okay, so round one starts A, they go C. Okay, starts A. Wait, so you guys were on attack first. Oh no, you guys were on defense first. Sorry. Yep. So you guys were on defense first. Round one starts at you start A, the enemy goes C. Rotates through sites, gets to garage. Okay, so you okay, you got to here. You got to garage. Remember you flashed out like this.
Still in
Okay.
sight.
Flashes garage, kills one. You killed one. Great. You even give a assist. They trade out. It's 1v1. Clove and you are here. Clove runs off from C, as in spawn, right here, to A, and then you came back. I can't remember which way you came out. It's not too important. I think you came back like this. Oh, you came back from garage into spawn, like this, and then into your own spawn. I would probably like you to just start running through garage into window and start flanking him, because and one thing I'll just explain briefly is that in a 1v1 situation like this, he is 80, especially in this elo, higher elos, same thing. He's 80% of the time going to push spawn because he has the upper hand on you, right? He's run, you had to kind of wait around, he's on site, and then you get here, and that's why they push out to catch you slipping. So just keep that in mind. I would like you to go this way. That way it's going to be, obviously you got to be vigilant, but you can still run and kind of start quick clearing things, stuff like that. So anyways, you came through this way, and then I just wrote almost won the clutch. You peeked him and he was just ready for you. It was a little bit unfortunate, but I think you could have won this round for your team. Just pew, pew, double tap. Work on your double taps. Don't only do one taps. I think you're used to that because you're a Vandal player. You gotta be able to control one tap, double burst, 5-shot burst, whatever it is. But or add a different type of movement. You stood standing and peeked them. Add a crouch peek. Add a jiggle. Add a jump peek. Kind of see what's going on first. Okay, but yeah, I do believe that you were able to win this because he was almost dead, right? You hit him 105, which is so unfortunate, but I don't know. He was just ready for you, but not too crazy. Okay, so I wrote runs out from C to A and almost wins the clutch. I wrote would like her to stay playing B or garage or even C. I think this was meant during the round, instead of fast rotating. Just kind of sit, take space if you want, or stay inside garage. Or also I do believe that you could have went up window and killed him, because you're here and he started running. You gotta just go up this way and intercept him, get ahead of him. Okay, and if you don't, then you can come this way and go kind of hear him running, right? So yeah, that's that. Nothing crazy. Round two. So you guys were on eco, not a crazy round. Starts A. Here's a ton. Smokes long, kind of out in the open and short, and tries to kill the breach and dies. So you smoke long from here. Remember, you try to kill the breacher, and then he killed you with a specter. Pretty common. Nothing crazy there. We'll move on. One thing is that I don't like your positioning. You should be tucked. Let him come to you close range and you fucking just one tap him, whatever it is. But you're standing out in the open. You know that they've got guns. You just know what's wrong with this. You're gonna die. The speaker's advantage. Just come, fight on your terms. Don't fight on his terms, because he's gonna peek. He's looking for somebody to kill. Okay, and he knows you guys are on pistol, so he's gonna be super aggressive. Round three starts A again. Long. Here's Rain of Flash and Breach Stun. Okay, you heard the Breach Stun and the Rain of Flash. I wrote would like her to stay there. There is two. Calls heavy A, as in you need to call that there's only two. You're like lots A, you need to say Reyna breach, right? Because we know the breach stun and the Reyna flash, so we know specifically who's there. You gotta be specific. Reyna's there, breach is here, guys, so they can get like a bigger picture of what's going on. They're gonna account for the lurker if they don't see the cipher or like whatever it is, right? But if you say the lurking agent is there, likely they're not gonna account for that, right? So that's why it's important to be specific. Would like her to stay there. I think I meant say there is too. Yeah, not stay there. Okay. Some grammar problem spelling. Calls heavy A. After they are long, breach gets blinded. Gets breach blinded. Easily could have dodged it. Kills Jet. You're sitting here in this corner. Now remember? Right here.
Yep.
And you kill the Jet. Okay, and then you flashed long. It wasn't smoke, but I think it was actually, but you flashed long. After you killed the Jet, he walked in and killed him. The smoke dissipated. This guy was blinded. You're shooting him, the breach, and then your teammate obviously stole the kill, whatever. So I wrote gets breach blinded, easily could have dodged it. Kills Jet. It flashes long, gets one blinded, and has bomb down. Calls it immediately. Okay, this is really admirable in your game. 90% of my students, when they see bomb, they don't give a fuck until I explain them that how important it is to tell your team the bomb is here. I'm not sure if you played football or anything. A lot of my male students play football, so I can kind of tell them, the bomb is the ball. Offense has the ball. They fumbled it, and then the football they teach you. I've been an athlete my whole life, but they teach you that once the bomb is down, you rally to the ball or the bomb. You rally to it. If he's picked it up, you go help the guy that's picked it up to return it for a touchdown, whatever it is. But I like that you did that. You told them bomb down and you stayed here, so that way they can come to you and you lock it down, because this is an objective as well if you're holding it. Their objective is not to kill everybody to win the round. It's to get the bomb down. That because you guys can just wait out the time and win, right? So, overall, good communications there. Yeah, round 4 starts on A long, goes back site. So you started here and then ended up going back site. Like you started pre-round, you wanted it, and you're like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go back here. So you went back here. I remember seeing that. Sees stun, calls it out. Okay, you smoke long. You're like breach stun.
Cover going out.
Smokes long, waits to flash. Smokes long, waits to flash. She flashes when enemy smokes go down. She's hell. She gets one come out, smoke and close. Okay, so remember you're holding your smoke here for a while, which is fine. But you gotta tell them as well, guys. There's a breach stun, and I think they're coming up. Whether you hear it or not, or you've made an intuitive call, whatever, you gotta tell them, hey, I think they're gonna go A here, guys. Whatever it is, just watch your mid. Stay on C1. Just lean towards A. Come help me, just in case. Then they start smoking heaven and spawn. Yeah, that is an indicator to me that they're coming in, which you probably understood, but you gotta make sure your team knows as well. So tell them, they smoked heaven and spawn. They're coming in right now. And then you flashed, you killed one, and then the clove came out and killed the clove as well. So that was a really good round by you. But there was a little bit of lack of communication. That's it. Overall, pretty good round. Okay.
You mind if I let my dog out?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
No worries.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, guys, questions real quick. Okay, just gonna send you over there for now.
Okay, you're good.
Okay. So we were on round 5. Yep, 5. Okay. Okay, round 5 starts B. So you finally played B 5 rounds later. I would like you to start B or garage side or link side, whichever one. Not solo play B, but just kind of where you can run around and rotate and smoke for wherever they're calling. One teammate dies, starts B, one teammate dies. They have a vice there. I don't know what's the new agent's name. Waylay? I wrote Wayla. Okay, whatever. Waylay. Sees 1A lobby. Sees 1A lobby. She needs to know it's a default. Her team is just running around because they can't identify what's going on. Hearing one run in. Okay, hearing one run in garage. Okay, so we'll stop there. So, they saw somebody on C, and then you guys all start running, and then somebody saw one on A. That to me, that's a default or it's a fake. So you gotta identify that, or try to gain some space to see if there's one mid too. Then you can kind of confirm as well. But everyone's just running to first contact. Obviously it's not just you, but I would like you to tell everybody to chill out, relax. Nobody's in, nothing's going on. Be careful. Just tell them. Could be a default, guys. Wait, chill, relax. Everybody just hang tight. We don't know exactly what we're going on. We're just running around, not accounting for space. They can lurk up and kill us when we come back, stuff like that. So, that's that. Okay, I would like you to identify what's going on off that information because you're rotating and you're focused on going C. You missed out on that information, but I saw it on the mini map. I'm like, oh wait, there's one A. Like this probably not gonna go C, and they're deep. They're deep C long. It wasn't like they're running up and they're close. Okay, there's also body language / intentions in this game. I'll ask you a very quick question. What's the difference between here versus here? Just very simple.
Oh, just how fast they'll get to sight and whether it's a hit or not.
Probably. Like when they're here and they're not really going up, it's probably not a hit. But if they're here, like this means to me that they're likely trying to see if they can go in at the minimum. But usually it means they're going in. Okay. Usually cubby is that indicator for me. Like if they're up in cubby, trying to like kind of see what they can get. They're trying to get on C. Obviously it's much different than just being up here as well. But still. Obviously, there are times they're cubby and they leave too, but that's when you kind of have to see what's up. But okay, anyway, so nobody can identify what the hell's going on. You guys are running around like headless chickens. Hearing one run in garage, and you're still looking spawn. So I heard the guy running up here, and you were looking here. Do you remember that run? And he just killed you. It's like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Spawn. You gotta work on. I don't think it's bad. I'm just saying. In this scenario, you just gotta know he's behind. You just gotta instantly look behind. Because you had a gun, he didn't. You would have killed him, but it's all good. You gotta just kind of pick that up. that he's coming in through garage. That's that. Nothing crazy there. Okay. And then I wrote, hearing one in garage and still looking spawn. Needs to tell Vice to anchor and that she will rotate, as in you, because the Sentinel is rotating off, and then you're taking his place. Like, what? It makes no sense. This Vice should stay and you go. That way you can go smoke, and then she can play off. The Vice can play off her utility, right? So, but everybody started running. So you guys all ran C. You got killed here, and everyone started running back. Or before you killed, everyone started running back as well. Because everyone could not identify what was going on. Everyone was reacting instead of anticipating or predicting. That's the key. Yes, defense is a reactionary side, as the attackers are the aggressors. They choose the tempo, whether they go fast, slow, whatever. But still, the higher level defensive type, anything in war, sports, okay, that side is a reactionary, or yes, but the higher level defensive side, or the defensive sides that are really high level thinkers, they'll try to think in 2-3 steps ahead. All the possibilities are still on the table. Okay, that's that. Round 6 starts B. I wrote BM, but I meant B. They have 3A. Walks down mid a little bit. Okay, this is like the closest you got to taking space. Okay, you got up to here. Okay, and they had 3 on A. Vice was here. Pretty sure set up with garage. Okay, and I wrote, walks down mid a bit in cubby, calls a couple B. You heard the window. You heard one window. You heard one grass. You heard, you're like, a couple B. You gotta be specific. I hear 2 currently. They're probably coming towards mid. Or if you do not know, tell them, I think there's many mid. I hear multiple footsteps. Okay, and then you stayed in here. Calls couple B. She had a trigger discipline moment. Kills a chamber. As soon as she swings and sees 3, she needs to call it out. Also, she needs to tell them, team with a sense of urgency, that they're 2 to 3 mid. Be specific in detail. So, you know how you came up here, and as soon as you saw the chamber, you killed them, and then they knew you're there. I would, if you're gonna, kind of check if there's more, you gotta jump peek it and make them come to you. It kind of comes back to what we were talking about earlier. Is let them fight you on your terms. You're swinging into them means that you, and there's multiple people, because you called it. You know there's multiple people, but it's a little bit of an overheat. You gotta kill this guy. If you played it like this, kill this guy and just kind of just keep waiting for these guys to come, or you smoke.
Cover going out.
TP off, whatever it is, or TP off without a smoke if you can. But just to be safe, you don't want to get shot in the back or an arm. But you got a trigger discipline moment where this guy did not clear you. He's walking up like this, and then his whole team, all 4 of them, probably would have walked up. Okay, because when the first guy walks up and he doesn't clear it, or they believe he's cleared it and he's alive, they just won't clear it because they know he's alive. So you should have just waited, let him walk by, wait for a second guy. The second guy would have walked by. The third guy would have boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you would have got 3. But what happened was it was a little bit of a panic. No discipline, trigger discipline. You just instantly killed him, swung into 3 people and died. One thing that happened as well was that this is probably the 3rd mistake. Second mistake is swinging into 3 people. The 3rd mistake is that once you saw the 3 people, you didn't say anything. You'll see it in the VOD. You just was quiet. You gotta tell them 3 middle. That's information that they can use and play accordingly. Especially if those are the remaining 3 alive. Then the C guy can go start running it down with his neck, whatever it is. Okay, but that's that.
I call my dog in. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, no problem. Call from somebody.
Okay, you're good.
Okay, so let's move on from that round. Not too crazy. Okay. So we're on round 7. Let me just scroll this down a little bit. Starts A. You start A. They see stuns long. Okay, you guys saw a stun long. The breach stun 1 guy. Okay, that's it. C player sees 1. C player sees 1. They didn't smoke cross on A. Likely not going A. So here you need to identify 1 stun, and you kind of peek. Oh, nothing's there. There's no noise. you gotta be like, oh, that's probably just a utility to throw us off to make it seem like they're going A, but they're not. So you gotta identify that and communicate, guys. Nothing A, nothing A. It was just a breach. He's stunned. It could be short, whatever. But you stayed here for too long. I would like you to go and take that space once you've identified that, or clear short, but you did too late. Okay, and you died to the breach here. So I wrote, not going A. She needs to identify they aren't going in, as in A. Isn't ready for the lurker. The guy's stunned and crossed because you weren't really keeping track on what's going on, or you didn't really have a teammate to kind of help you as well. So it's a little bit unfortunate. We'll like her to take space. At this point, she needs to realize that they aren't running it down. She needs to tell, as in after the round, once you die to the guy, you gotta understand they aren't running it down anymore. They were, but they've adjusted. So you guys need to adjust as well. Would like her to take space. At this point, she needs to realize they aren't running it down. She needs to tell them to anchor hard for the many lurks they're doing, and also take space for info. When they aren't lurking there or starting there, you need to immediately walk out for info, because they're not running it down, so it's a little bit fine. But and I'll ask you, like, how many times did they lurk on you guys?
A lot.
A lot. They were being so cringe and annoying, and that's kind of what I meant as this enemy falls into that category where they're just doing the most cringy stuff. They're not running it down, right? So you gotta adjust. Guys, they're just lurking on all the space because you guys are not keeping account for the space. They understand that because there's no aggression, there's no resistance, nobody's shooting, nobody's jump peeking, and they're hearing you guys mostly. That's the problem. That's probably why they're able to make these calculations, because they're hearing you guys run around, multiple people running to, and they start taking the timings appropriately accordingly to what they're seeing, the information. So you gotta be that person to being like, guys, they're lurking so hard on us. Can we just account for all the space? Somebody just sit mid. Somebody sit in garage. Somebody sits inside C. Okay, if we hear multiple running it down, then we can just give it up, regroup, and play retake. But everybody's just full rotating first contact. Everyone's lost. Nobody knows. Nobody's making a call on what the enemy's playstyle is, stuff like that. Where you guys are just getting shit on. They're just lurking and tearing you guys apart. They're causing chaos in the back lines, which is you got your lines. That's their back lines, but they're causing backlines for in your backlines, and everyone's getting picked apart, and then they can start using that to snowball momentum, start rotating to the weaker side, stuff like that. It's really complicated, but yeah, you gotta account for these things. You gotta be that type of player, lead them, because you're best. You are the best player. You can know, and the best players know what the fuck is going on. So you need to tell them, guys, wait, chill. Can we stop running off? Stay and hold things forever. These guys are just walking it down on us. You will kill them walking. Okay, especially if they don't clear corners properly. Okay, so that's that. I would like you to kind of add that to your game. Knowing not only what they're doing, but how you can stop it with the concepts and or being creative, stuff like that. Round 8. Sorry. Yep, round 8 starts B, smokes window, one jumps out, she kills one. She calls couple window, but two of them dies on A, as in the enemy. So you're saying couple, what does that mean? Like 2 to 4, right? Like be specific. You heard 2 call. I think I heard 2. I'm pretty sure it's 2. The other 2 are unknown. That's what you have to say. Be specific and detailed. So that way they can't just start running it down when you're like, yo, many mid, right? Like that example I gave you, and they start running it and then they die to somebody else. Because we have not accounted for everybody. There's only 5 enemies on the enemy team. So if we count for 2 or 3, we just kind of have a feeling where the other ones could or might be. So you smoked window, great. I feel like you wanted to take space here, but you ended up didn't. Just like your body language. You kind of hesitated. You killed the breach, great job. You're a little bit out in the open. Would like you to be a little bit on a tighter angle. Over here, over here, over here. Okay, just somewhere else, maybe here. Or walk down cubby like you did before. You're kind of out in the open killing this guy, which at the higher levels you're pretty much dead, because you're just out in the open. You cannot get to cover fast enough because they can kill you so fast. But so she calls a couple window, but 2 of them died on A enemy. She needs to be specific or talk in possibilities. That's pretty much it. Great round by you. You killed one, and I'm pretty sure you guys won the round, but it doesn't even matter. But good kills, good smoke. With this smoke, I'd walk down, kill these guys because they're scrubs. Okay, when you smoke here, and walk down, they're gonna be so tunnel vision, silently walk down. They're gonna be tunnel vision on going towards the double doors. Once you're in an elo where these guys always start clearing this, which is in my elos, they always look this way when they come out grass to see that guy walking down. Okay, then you gotta stop doing it and or do it with a different type of play. As in you get somebody to flash garage and then you peek off of it, stuff like that, whatever. Double walk down. Okay, so that's that. Not a crazy round. It's just a little bit of a communication issue. Round 9. Starting B. Teammates trade out on C. It's 4v4. She wants to push out and fight for a site. Okay. Teammate tells her to wait. She goes garage, blinds kind of nowhere. Like it doesn't really do too much. Kills the jet and hesitates to go out right here and kill more. The clove, remember the clove ran by. They went through spawn. Your teammates killed him from spawn right here, and she just started bunny hopping across. You need to go out. Cause you just let her get out her ult. Cause I do believe you would have killed her. Okay. Sorry, this note is kind of long. So, hesitates to go out and kill more. The clove ran by her with ult and had time to get out. Needs to know one's there too, as in like you kind of gotta account for where they're gonna be the common corners, the common spots people set up, the attackers. But yeah, so remember how you wanted to come out by yourself and fight for it? I don't mind that. But you just gotta make sure if you're gonna do that, you're good for 2. Okay, 1 is no good. I'm gonna ask you real quick. Who benefits on a 1-for-1 trade?
Nobody.
Wrong. Try it again. Somebody
Oh.
benefit. The attacker or the defender. Somebody benefits on a 1v1 trade. There is a side that.
Oh, the attacker.
Yes, you got it right. And most people just give me that answer because it is true. The attackers get an advantage for a 1v1 trade. That's why I'm saying don't come out here and fight for and get 1. That's what I'm saying. You must get 2. A 1-for-1 here is no good. You got to get 2 minimum. Okay? Because the attacker, think about it this way. We're, especially on this map, it's so big. It spreads the defenders thin, right? One guy's C, one guy's rush, one guy's B, 2A or 2C, and then 1A, whatever it is. Okay, so but the attackers are always rolling in a ball, packs of 3, packs of 4, packs of 2, packs of 5. Okay, so when they get for a 1-for-1 trade, it benefits the attacker because, um, even if it's a stack site, okay, not 5v5, not a 5-man stack site because that's rare, but a stack site as in 3, it's still a 5v3, right? Even if they trade out 3 people, okay, they have the whole site and have control and they can set up. So, and obviously that's not the case a lot of times. They're going to try to take the 5v2s, 5v1s, free sites, but generally a trade is an advantage to the attackers, generally, because the defenders need to account for even more space. Now one guy needs to get 1.5 parts when they used to only get 1 part. So it's more complicated. There's more space that needs to be accounted for, and also things start opening up more. Okay, so gotta keep that in mind. Okay, if you're gonna make this play, which I don't mind, I like this. Obviously your team told you to come back, but if you were gonna, because your intuition or instincts was telling you to go and try to fight for it, which is fine, but you gotta kill more than 1 there. That's it. Okay, so so kill this jet. You kill the jet here, and you hesitated. You need to just start swinging the fuck out. Throw smoke down and just start going. Clear this. Just start running out so that way your team can go out too. Also, they need to run out too. Everyone's just baiting each other. You're sitting here. They're sitting in spawn. Doop doo doo doo. Like somebody needs to take some initiative. That's the beauty of retake. It's not a duelist that will retake first. It's more the people that will kind of wants to take that contact or also is good at it or can kind of see where they are going to be or has a good understanding of where the attackers are set up through knowing common angles, common corners, off angles, whatever it is. But I would like you to kind of take that initiative because you killed him there. You killed the jet, and then you see the clove. Like that's 2 people down, pretty much. All you had to do was chase the, smoke long, chase the clove, or hold main. Tell your teammate he's logs, the clove is logs, and then kill. And then they start working back side. You work front side, like default, plat, main, close left, like where the clove was, but they killed her, whatever. Okay, but yeah, that's pretty much it. A little bit of a hesitation in terms of the retake. Gotta just have your chest up a little bit and just kind of be confident. You killed the jet, start using that momentum. Start heating up, start getting heated, start going and fighting more to add value to your team. Because Especially in retakes, there aren't going to be times like that where you have 45 seconds, a full 45, because it takes 45 seconds for a bomb to go off, 7 seconds to defuse. So they need to burn 38 seconds. There are times where you only have 10 seconds. You need to go now. Okay, whether it's a 2v2, whatever, you gotta get out there. Okay, in this scenario, it's a little bit different because you guys had a lot of time. You just got the bomb down, but still, that's not an excuse.
Do
You
not
gotta
let
make
them
sure
plant
that
that
there's a
spike.
little bit of a confidence
Radionite
there,
explosions are
and just shit on these kids for
complicated.
coming out.
My
They're the
ultimate
better
is
player.
ready.
Okay, give me one sec. The next thing is round 10. Okay. Go C. You start C. Quiet round. She calls smoke C. I didn't see any smoke. You were back here, back side, near plat. Okay, I didn't see any smokes. I didn't see the clove smoke here and or garage. Maybe it was garage window, but still, I did hear, but I was like, I don't see anything on site. You gotta tell them. She smoked garage. I don't see. She did not smoke site. Or clove is here because you know that if she's here and she's smoking something, you know she's on this side of the map. She cannot do that from A. Okay, so let me just read this real quick. She calls smoke C. I didn't see any smokes in spawn or garage. There's one person shooting. One person with a classic. Remember, you heard the one person with a classic going two 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 two, right? You gotta call that out. It's one C long. That's it. But you told them, tell them to leave long time ago. So you told them you're like, uh, needs to tell. Oh, you need to. So I just this is the note I meant as in you need to tell them that they're probably not coming, or I don't hear anything, or you check it like, oh, I don't see anything long. Okay, like be certain for sure, because you were kind of waiting for it, um, which they did end up going C, but it was way longer. So kind of have to do something else at that point. Can't all wait on C and just because that would just be a lucky guess. It's not really calculate. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean it's hard to say it's calculated guess because everyone just didn't know. I was watching and everyone didn't know what they're doing. They're just all stacking and then they ended up coming C because they were doing a re-hit to seeing if you guys would rotate A, but it didn't work because you guys were just didn't even kind of know what they were doing in terms of the re-hit. You guys just assumed they're still going C, so nobody rotated. So whatever. Okay. That's that. So at the higher levels, they would never play like this, or if they did, you guys would not all be here. So a little bit different, but I guess it's just a little bit of a plat thing. All good. Round 11, start C, wants to smoke, but stands into a smoke for a while. Stands into a wants to smoke, but stands into a smoke for a while. Should have anchored C and just smoked B for them. Reyna flashes garage solo. They kill. Oh yeah, I remember this one. They kill solo. Breach lurked up here in logs.
Here.
Traded out. It's 2v2. Would like her to take space into garage. She's waiting too much for them. Okay. This was a round where you started seeing everyone was just running around, not knowing what the fuck's going on. You gotta just have, again, it's like being proactive, being ahead of them. If you know there's multiple there, okay, go take space. Okay, if you believe that they were there and they're gone, go re-eat this space up and go try to go behind them. Be creative, stuff like that, because you'll see it in the VOD. You were just going around this area. You're just like kind of just never kind of taking steps forward into their territory, especially when it was 2v2. Obviously you killed her here. Remember you killed her here and we tapped her, but still, I would have liked you when you've realized that she's not there anymore. Go through here and then go around her and go behind her or whatever it is. Um, Earlier, way earlier, by you being like, "Oh, there's garage. There's a lot of garage," and then you're like, "Wait, I don't hear shit. There's not. They're not up." And you start taking this, and then you tell your team because this is information. Because if you call all garage, they all rotate. Once you retake it, you're like, "They're not here. They're leaving. They're gonna start going somewhere else." So yeah, you would have been like this, and then you probably would have caught them. To be honest, both of them, in my opinion, and killed both of them before they even had a chance to get on site. So that's that. That's a little bit of edge. Just making sure that we're just like a ghost. Think about it like that, like a ghost and ninja, where they're just gonna be like, "Yo, what is wrong with this Omen? How is she just like always behind us or something?" Like you gotta instill that fear in them by being that good. Okay, and then that adds value. Why? Is because they will start looking for you in those spaces, and then you adjust. You're like, they're gonna look for me because you have a bigger brain than them, and then you stop doing it. They're gonna send three people mid looking for you, and you catch them frozen, which they're not supposed to do, especially as an attacker, because you at that point you're changing the tempo. You're making them play on your terms when they need to be playing on their terms and make you guys react, but you're making them react to you because you're so good in terms of taking space, timings, killing them from behind, stuff like that. Okay. It's a much, I know it's kind of a lot for you to take in right now, but that's just how high level people think. Uh, so the next thing is, so again with this last note, I'll just briefly say it's a little bit too timid in your movement. You'll see it in the VOD when you rewatch it. There isn't like a purpose on what you want to do or what you should do, or like letting going of that fear of maybe dying and trying it out. Nothing. You just sat on C, came here,
Here.
didn't even check inside garage, and you're playing too reactively. Yes, it's a reactive side, but get a steps ahead of them. Anticipate where they could go, where they are, stuff like that. Understand pathing. They were last seen here. The possible pathings for them to go this way, or back grass up B, and kind of calculate these, get better at it, kind of use it, get creative, make mistakes to learn, do it. Okay, you gotta do it to get better, and you will. It's just you gotta try it out. I know it's scary. I'm telling you, all my students, same thing. They don't take space. The students that don't take space, I tell them, I'm like, what's wrong with you? Go try it out. Walk down. Do something. And they're like, no, I'm so scared, bro. And there's always hesitation. You, not so much as a hesitation, like, because you just have made up your mind to not do it. But them, they're like, and then they come back like, oh my god, like, oh, and there's like, they just waste 5 seconds. Just go, like, go and try it out. Even if you die, you'll learn off that mistake. Okay, so that's that. Just don't be too timid. Have your chest up a little bit. Have a little bit of confidence and shit on these kids. They're terrible. Okay, you're the best player in the lobby. That's how you have to think at all times. Self belief. Okay, round 12 starts on B. Here's a lot on short. So you started right here. This is that round. Calls heavy A, and I would like to be specific. Tell them two short running up. Could be a third one, guys. Okay. Don't just say a lot A, running up A. Like that's not specific enough to me. If I was on your team, like how many? What do you hear? What does that mean to me? Okay, like help me out a little bit. If I was on C or something, like do I need to rotate, right? Because most people at the higher levels, once you tell them how many, they can kind of. You don't need to tell them. They will play accordingly. Okay. Um, Stuff like that, or they'll even tell them, yo, they cut noise, they ran up A, but they're not there. Stay, and a lot of times you'll see the rotating off, and then the guy's like, yo, chill, wait, and then they come back, and then they come back, see, and they win the round for them and stuff like that. Whatever, it's all situational, but I would like you to be specific. Jet updraft, so you came out, Jet updrafts out short, you whiffed, you killed her. You even like, oh my god, I whiffed. Whatever happens, just gotta work on that. Learn from the mistake. You whiffed. Understand how you whiffed. Visualize that moment in time and work upon it. And visualize you just instantly deleting her. Okay, that's really how you get better at this game too. You gotta visualize these moments, improve upon it, so that way your brain is ready for it the next time. So subconsciously, they trade out. It's 3v1. She checks flank. Would like her to go short or gain info when they were long. Too passive. Okay, you were here. They went up long, and then it's just so timid. You just kind of want to stay in the same area. You gotta go and gather information. Think about it like that. You gotta go and gather. You dying here is information. So, and you kind of already did, but if you died maybe even sooner, they can play better your teammates accordingly. Um, well, I think your other teammate died first. You died second, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, whatever. It's not a big deal. Um, just don't sit here forever. Go do something else. I know you looked spawn real quick too, but just play an off angle, hold it. Tell them I have the short walkout. Go clear short. I'm not gonna push just in case I die. Whatever it is, situational, but um, just gather information. That's all you have to look at it. Especially in these scenarios where you have man advantage and it's unknown, you gotta account for all the space. Because if that guy makes a good lurk and you guys are all staring long, and that's happened in my games before, I've seen it so much in Radiant lobbies. The guy just kills 5 people, 3 people by himself, and wins the round. So, or makes it a 1v1 and has a chance. Okay, so that's that. Okay, give me 1 second. Sub summit. Okay, so round 13, we are in attack now. Okay, before this round started, and usually this is the case with most of my students. After defense, I tell the stream, I'm like, I'm really interested to seeing how they play on attack, because defense, okay, is the easy side. You have to understand that. That's easy. You running around, waiting for them to come in, you reacting, and just killing them when they're in a tight corner, okay? Attack is where it shows me your true skill as a player, not you, that person, where I'm like, oh, fuck, they really understand these concepts, and they're really planning well, making the right calls, making the right reads. They know how to move people off maps, where they want to go, stuff like that, okay? So round 13, they go A, needs to ask for a smoke for the cross. Smoke is laid on heaven, as in your smoke. Kills one back site. Good. Gets breach flashed and needs to call a rotation 2v4. Because after, remember, and I'll ask you, do you remember what you said after this round? Right after you guys lost this round?
I don't.
You were like, we should have left. They were stacked. You're like, they were stacked on A. Okay. So you identified that late. You gotta identify that during the round. Okay. So first things first. Okay. This is very common thing that most people don't understand is that you need to smoke this cross. Obviously not with your smoke. If you have a Cypher or a Jet, you tell them to do it. If you do not have that, you're probably going to have to do it, especially if they're upping. If they're not upping, or if you have flashes and no Cypher Jet, you probably want to tell the flash guy to flash off the guy off long. Okay? So that way, this will also condition them to believe when you do this smoke cross, whether it's a Cypher Cage or a Jet smoke, they don't know. They cannot call how many they see on a lobby, right? Because this guy usually sees how many are crossing, right? Oh, there's 3. But if you smoke that, they don't even know if they need to come back and check short, especially when they're by themselves like you did. But obviously he used a breach stun to do that. But still, that's why you can use this as a conditioning tool as well. You guys, one guy always smokes this, whether it's the Cypher, and then you play off that as well. Okay, you condition this, or you keep smoking every time he goes away, or every round the Cyphers are sitting here. That's what I do. I smoke it off every single time, so the A players do not know what the fuck's going on, and then we get this guy to come, drone up short, make it a fake, or make it a 4-man short rush, whatever it is. Okay. 3 long, 2 short, one short, 4 long, whatever. Okay, this is a conditioning thing, and also a thing where on A long there's headshot angles. The headshot angle is so big on this round, this site, where he can just boom, 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 just like that all the time. It will deter that from happening. You guys will come out the smoke wide and instantly kill him, stuff like that. It just throws them off when you do that, and it makes them have a little fear in their mind. They're like, oh fuck, they smoked a, and a lot of times when they have fear, they'll be like, a lot A, a lot A. So let's say the times we did do that and we were just running a fake, their whole team's gonna run over, and then we set up a fake already. Obviously that's a little bit of like luck, like being having the opportunity with our preparation, but yeah, it's a really good thing for, and you shouldn't be the type of player where you don't say it because you're not that agent. You gotta tell them, because again, we're accounting for everything. Jet, can you smoke the cross for us? We don't want to get one tap. Cypher, smoke the cross. Thanks. Okay, that's all you have to say, and they will do it because people understand why it's important. They just forget. People just don't do it because they just want to swing and fight. But you gotta understand that doing this is conditioning them as well. Okay, so ask for a smoke. Your smoke is laid on heaven. Whatever. Remember what I said. Gotta make sure you just look at the minimap. They're running up. You stay in your smokes. Get ready to smoke it. He's here. You're not gonna smoke it. He's here. You're gonna smoke it because he's about to swing. So you smoke it.
Cover going out.
And then you smoke this one. You know, they're about to come out short. You're not gonna smoke it when they're here or here. You're gonna smoke them when they're about to swing. Smoke.
Cover going out.
Tell them, wait for my smoke. Or ask them, are you ready for my smoke? They're like, no. Be like, okay, call it. I'll be ready. They call it, then you throw it down. Right? So, gotta be in better positions and just be doing a role more, because it's not that important for you to come out with them. They have an initiator. They have a duelist. They have some sort of utility flashes that can help them too. You need to just focus on your role, get the smokes down to combo what they're doing, as in getting on site entry, and then you can play accordingly. Go with them if you want. If they're dying off, go help trade, or come back, watch the flank, and or come back mid, and then start lurking up, take a timing, and killing multiple people, and gaining information. You smoke, they're going A, you come back, you know, let's say they did not push. You get up here like, yo, they're rotating. Get ready. Like, you know, you tell them there's 2 on B right now going link, and then you take the timing or whatever it is. Feed them some sort of information so they know. Okay, that's that. Not a crazy thing. And then I just wrote, you killed one backside. Great. You got flashed. We need to work on those. Not get flashed ever. And then needs to call a rotation 2v4. It became 2v4. Probably still a good chance to win. So you need to call a rotation here. But you guys ended up still kind of getting, just doing nothing and dying. If I remember correctly, I can't remember actually. I didn't write that down, but yeah, I do believe that rotation is probably the better call, because you guys all kind of were like, yo, there's 3, this and that, and then you guys kept going in, right? You gotta be that person, like I told you. Round 14, they go A. Yeah, you guys lost this round, right? I'm pretty sure you guys lost pistol. But So that's,
I can check.
yeah, you can just check real quick. It's not as important. I don't want to look at the results.
Pistol? Yeah, 14, yeah.
Yeah. So this is an eco. I will only look at rounds when it really matters. Like, I'm like, you threw that round and winning that round was you guys winning the game. Like those type of rounds. But like generally, I don't like to look at the results because I try to focus more on your optimalization, you being optimal as a player as a whole. That's more important because if I can fix that, then you will be optimal in all your games instead of just focusing on the how you should have played this round because you lost and being like results oriented. Okay, so I'm just thinking more optimal. Okay, anyway, so round 14, they go A and get rocked as you guys got deleted. There's two flanking fast. Okay, and I'll ask you before I read this next part. Once they've done this, what can you get from them? The jet and the clove aggressively being behind you guys so fast. What can you read off that? What can you gain
They're
information?
probably gonna do it more.
Exactly.
Because we didn't really have a trip sentinel other than,
Right.
I mean, Vice Ball, but
Right, but even then, it's not as good as a cipher trip or a
yeah.
whatever chamber trip, right? Those are a killjoy turret. Those are the top three trip holders. Like even deadlock trip to me is useless. When I see a deadlock on attack, I just test them. I just walk up past the strips because it needs sound, right? I just timing them. They get timing off that as well if they don't hold it. But anyway, so off that information, good. You can identify it. They're gonna do it a lot and a lot of, or it's at least telling me there are players that are wanting to be able, that are capable of doing that. So you gotta store that for the later rounds later, okay? And then just start sitting mid and waiting for these guys to just walk down. You kill them. I was gonna say a word, but I don't think it's appropriate. So okay, but so let's move on. So and I wrote, she needs to know now. Understanding they want to be hyper aggressive. And then later you can sit mid and hold walkouts. That's what I wrote. Okay, round 15 starts grass, holds double doors because now you're like, oh, they're probably walking down. Let me just see what the hell I can do. So you again came start grass, double door. They start running up B. Okay, one thing I would say is remember what I told you. Once you get here, you gotta quickly look there just in case that time and the guy walks down and just one taps you. Okay, always be vigilant to the walk down. Unless there's people window, that's a different story. But you saw the jet, you guys both whiffed, and then let me just read this round. They they just start running up B. They need to go A where they run into the. They just need to go A as in call the rotation here. This was mid round, so once you guys start trading out and stuff like that, I remember they run into the stack site, end up killing two somehow. You guys at the higher levels, chances you guys lose this round is quite high. But you guys ran into the stack site and still won it somehow. So it's 3v3 post plant scenario into 3v2. She has full info on where the last two are, but still bottom mid. Reposition to a better spot. Okay, remember how you were sitting here? And then
Yeah.
your alert bell. Somebody was on B, and I saw two question marks. That's why I wrote it like that, because I was like,
Yeah.
why are we sitting here? You might as well start going and at least going to attempt to help them and or reposition yourself wherever. So get creative. There's no right answer of where you should go, but the point is that you shouldn't be here. When you know there's two there, take some space. Go fuck with them a little bit, whatever it is. Go be in a super unpredictable spot off and go just wait here after your teammate dies. How they gonna expect you to, or he pushes out. You came from mid and came here. Okay, they're not gonna really expect you to be here. Okay, but yeah, just do something else and just sit mid. It's a little bit of being like timid and just waiting for things to happen. Go and find them. Go kill them. Go get yours as well. Okay, run it down. I'm not saying throw the round, but yeah, just that's that. Okay, we'll move on. The next thing is round 16. They start C. Okay, needs to tell Yoru to come flat. At this point, I'm like, I got kind of fed up. I was like, what is this guy doing? And I'm not trying to bash or duel or anything. I'm just saying, you gotta kind of tell him, hey, can you come help us a little bit, somewhat? Throw a flash, something. Throw your clone, something, bro. TP backside, because he was AFK lurking. AFK means away from keyboard lurking, literally lurking every single round. Okay, he's not playing his role. How can we expect you to play your role when he's not doing his role? How can we expect you to do the right things when the sentinel just starts running it down and just dying first every round? You're not gonna play optimally. Okay, this is a team game. You gotta explain that to your duo that we need you, bro. We need you to come in. Okay, so like To me, it was so silly. I do believe you guys losing was actually a part of him, um, majoritively because you guys were playing 4 without Yoru. This guy was you could have done what he was doing, and then he can just start shit. And I believe he had good aim, so he needs to go on site and shit on them and clear corners and make it safe for you guys. And then you could have timings off that as well because they're fast rotating on site because you guys take it so well and so effectively, efficiently that you can do your job even better. But it's just like it was capping you guys. It was hindering your ability to do things better because he's a key part of the composition. He's not doing his job. He's not helping you guys. So I would really like for you, because he's your duo. If he was a random, maybe a little bit different. Even then, it's even better to be like, hey, can you go? I'll go mid. I'll watch mid. Whatever. I'll go lurk. Let me do it. I'll throw smokes and let me do it. I can do it better. Okay, this is my role. Okay, but he's your duo. You need to tell him, come help us, especially. And I asked you the question, what was the play style you guys are doing? You said running it down. Especially because you guys are running it down. What's the point of running it down 4 people? You got to run down with 5. So that way you have a higher success rate of trading, making sure the site is clear, and setting up properly when you have, you know, there's a quote, you know, strength in numbers, right? Especially when you're running it down. Maybe not so much in other moments, but when you're making a play. But still, just tell them, bro, come, flash. Flash us. I will flash backside. You can TP backside and just murder 2 people. Like, right? So we gotta kind of get on this. Not him, but this type of thing where I don't care if he's your duo or a random. You gotta tell him, come do your role. I'm doing. We are all 4 of us are doing our role. You are not. You're just AFK getting yours, getting your stats up. Okay, we're gonna lose the game. Play for the win. Think about winning. Tell him, do you want to win? If he says yes, then tell him, come, we need you. Okay, you are our win condition in some way, some form. Okay, we are on attack. Do your role. Do scale, entry and scale. Sorry. Okay, so that's that. The next thing is, so let me just read the opponent's note. They start C, needs to tell Yor to come flash, or the Vice. Okay, even the Vice, you could have been like, Vice, can you just flash us in? Those are the only 2 flash agents you have. You need to utilize flashes on attack. It's really strong. They die. It's 4v5. They trade out. You already got to kill mid. Great. Good job. Whatever. 4v4. They end up going A. Okay. Blinds back site and just does a terrible TP. Doesn't even know if site is clear. As in, at the higher levels, you probably wouldn't even kill that chamber. They would just be not like that. They would probably be one guy here, one guy graffiti just staring at you, one guy under hell, one guy in heaven, whatever it is. You would be dead a lot of the times. A lot, generally. Okay. Does a terrible TP. Doesn't even know if site is clear. Needs to worry about smoking first before going out. So here you're too worried about going out with your team. You gotta remember what I said. Just be in a position to smoke first. Understand that you need to smoke. However, wherever you want to smoke, just get them out. Because this in itself, you smoking, helps your team get out and take sight, and then you can come back with them and help them after you lay down your smokes, or go watch flank because you guys didn't have too many flank trips, whatever it is, or come back, even make an aggressive play. You're like, oh, no one's coming, and then you get a timing and you kill 2 people, knife 2 people here, whatever it is. Okay, because it's also lurking is also an element of surprise thing, but it's also a control thing, as in you need to be controlling mid down when they walk down, kill them, and also it's an element of surprise. There's an unknown when you do it, and you should keep it that way. Some of my students, they'll lurk and then just start running and then they die, and I'm like, why'd you die? It's like, I was running. It's like, yeah, there's no element of surprise anymore. They know where you are. So once you have a timing, you got to keep it and make sure that you're able to have that element of surprise and knife them or whatever it is. Okay, so that's that. So I roll, they end up going A, blinds backside. Okay, you blind backside, and then, you know, you just know, you even said it yourself, that was a terrible TP. Okay, it was just self-explanatory. Just clear here before you do it if you're gonna do it. I don't care if you did it, as long as you cleared something, but the first thing was to do was smoke, flash, and then and then you just TP'd on top of the site, right? So clear, because how did you guys lose this round? I'll ask you. If you can remember. If you cannot remember, you can let me know. I will refresh your memory.
Wasn't it our post plant? We had like 3.
No.
We gave them ones. No.
No. So you TP'd up short. You killed a guy, and then whatever, and then you guys it was like a 3v1, and this breach just sat here.
Oh, that was the breach round.
Killed
Yeah.
everybody because nobody wanted to go and clear him or you guys did not play. It's not just you. It's the whole team. Okay, you gotta identify. Once he's killed one guy there, you were just standing here for a while, just waiting for him to peek. He's never gonna peek. All he has to do is hold, because he understands that you guys have to come to him. He has not an angle advantage. You guys have the angle advantage of holding him out. That's why he's not peeking. He's got the corner advantage, as in he knows all he has to do is sit here and kind of buy time or whatever it is. But you need to be like, guys, there's one breach, we need to go right now. TP back up here and try to kill him, whatever it is. But make that plan mid-round. We need to kill this guy right now to have control of the site, because he did not give up control. You guys did not have control because he was here sitting and he killed 3 people, which is like, it should not happen, right? I do believe that if you guys, I can't remember if you guys, can you just check if you guys won this round? Round 16. Pretty sure you guys lost.
16, no.
You guys lost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it was like you guys had all of sight. You guys entered well, but this one guy literally won the. I believe if you guys won this round, it may have been a different result in my eyes. There's a momentum shift too. You guys are starting to. You guys made the right call, whatever it is. But and I'm not saying it's your fault. It's just your team's fault. But you're part of it. You should have been like, hey guys, let's go, kill this guy, clear him, boom, and then play accordingly. But everybody, not just you, everybody just let him sit here forever, and he just killed everyone, which is a little bit unfortunate. So that's that. Okay, let's move on. Just let's work on these notes. So first mistake is not smoking and you thinking about smokes before we come out. Just smoke for our team to come out and then play accordingly. Whether you come back, watch flank, whether you take the mid space late and then come kill 2, whatever. Okay, the second mistake is the TP. Let's not TP up here randomly right away. Okay, at least clear everything before you make that TP, or want to TP somewhere else where it's somewhat safe. Okay, and then the third one is identify that you need to kill this guy to get control of the space. Okay, that's it. So we'll move on. They go A. She kind of timidly holds mid. Ends up going B. As in, you came up in window, if I remember correctly. You're just like, and then you came back. Okay, if you want to start mid, you start mid. You start grass. Just come here, tight. Watch double doors real quick for a sec. Look here, look back. So that way you don't get shot in the back. You constantly being vigilant, making sure. Okay, so gonna walk down. Okay, you kind of crouch here, make sure no one's there. Okay, and then you sit here and you listen. You just gain info. Look at my sound radius, right? I can see people running from here, garage, pretty much sewer as well. So I can see and hear everything that is possibly gonna happen. So you sit here, you wait, you gather information. Yo guys, and let's say you guys just contacted it, they weren't even running out, and you hear the garage guy come out window running B2, the guy on B starts running. They've made a read that you guys are going A. You tell them, come back, walk off. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, because you're gaining information. You just timidly went here and then just that's it. You gave it up. Okay, so I wrote ends up going B and TP's over trip. So remember how your teammates started going A and then you heard the trip because you took a timing, and then you heard this and then you TP'd across. Okay, whatever. I don't mind it. Okay. Kills breach spawn. Remember, you killed the breach spawn right here with your sheriff. Doing like bang, bang, he dies. Runs to C. Okay, and as you were doing this play, I would say it's a little bit too late. As you were coming over here, your whole team died, right? So then you come here, bang, bang, kill. You ran up this way, and you told your duo, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go get the orb. Hopefully it's there. And then you're like, yes, it's there. You took it, and I really like this thought process. You know that it's been so long. That they're probably knowing that you're gonna go and TP on C, so you're like, I'm gonna go A. I really like this play. Okay, it's really good. I really like it. So you're like, I'm gonna go A. Ha 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 ha. Double mind fuck. So you start going A. Good job. Really good, and you know why it's good. It was free. They weren't there anymore, right? You TP'd, got the bomb, and then ran A. So they're like, oh, C, oh my god, run. Because that's the back in 2 years ago, that play, people weren't even ready for it. Now everyone just knows that you're running to the opposite side. So, higher level players would even be ready and just already be there. So that was great. I like it. You're thinking on like the triple layer. So, and then, where are we in this note? So, runs to C to get orb. gets the bomb at C long, you ulted at C long, got the thing, you start running A, and I like that. Plant, plant would I would like you to plant at a better spot. You plant it right here, or right here on this edge. I can't remember which edge. You need to plant in this moment in the open for everything. You gotta come and I know it's risky, but you made the read that they're gonna try probably be towards C. Stick to that read. Plant for the open. So no matter what you do, where you go, however the round plays out, any angle can kill the person planning. Okay, whether you push spawn and then they didn't end up coming, so you went heaven and then they came flank, double flank, or you went long and they believe that you are close spawn somewhere. They're taking very long time to clear everything. Whatever. Okay, I would like a better plant in this scenario. You gotta identify that. Okay. The next thing is on this note. So we were on. Would like to plant better spot, holding a really bad angle in my opinion. Could have planted out in the open and play a really tricky angle, as in you just wait forever, sit in a corner, make sure they're not flanking you from whichever angle, and just get ready to fight. But you came here, remember, you came here and then you heard one heaven, one here. When you hear one heaven, you gotta swing this guy. You can't wait for him to come to you. You gotta kill him so that way he knows you're there. You TP across, whatever it is, okay, or you throw a smoke, whatever it is. Okay, you play so many different ways. Once you make it a 1v1, and if the plant was open in the open, you can do whatever you want. You could have went back heaven, let him get it half, and then he's making noise. You know he's off, whatever it is. But you waited for this guy to swing you, which is, I won't say it's the wrong play, but just not optimal. Especially when you know he's not by himself. I heard the guy heaven, you heard him short. You need to swing this guy and just delete him and make it hard for this guy. Okay, because he's gonna start jumping down. You already TP'd. He doesn't know where the hell you TP'd. Okay, and then you just kind of play off. Okay, you TP again, whatever it is, throw smoke. Okay, and play it that way. Because when you plant for mains, short and long, and you go spawn, it just doesn't make sense to me. If it was out in the open, yeah, it makes sense. And then you can go up heaven or stay in this angle here and still look at it being planted or being diffused. But the main problem for me is that it's planted here, but you're going backside. Okay, if you're gonna do that because you're trying to make a higher risk reward play, you probably should have walked that way earlier to catch them AFK or just off guard. You come up here as fast as you can. You hear them both. You hear one coming, hear one go heaven. You kill this guy, and then you just come back. Whatever it is, wrap back heaven. Yeah, I think even that would be crazy if you were there. You planted there. You come here. You hear one going heaven, one go here. You kill this guy. Okay, okay. Then that guy goes heaven to go defuse, and then you wrap behind him, and then you go kill him from heaven because it's planted for you as well. So that's that. Okay. Yeah, I know it's a really extensive note, but I think it's quite important that you improve upon these clutch situations, because it's not genetics. They'll say, oh, you got the clutch genes. You don't have the clutch genes, but it's about setting yourself up in these positions to win these clutches and becoming feeling in these clutch moments. Okay, me, I pride myself in clutches. When the game first came out, I would almost never lose a clutch. Almost never. These days, yeah, I still lose clutches here and there, but generally, I'm like 65% winning all my clutches. Because I've been in so many scenarios now, and I've not only just been in them, I've improved upon them. I had a problem where I was in a scenario where I'm like 1v5, 1v4, and I'd kill all 3 or 4, not all of them, but most of them, and I could not identify where that 5th guy was or that 4th guy was. But these days, I worked on that to understand pathing, stuff like that, timings. If I'm staring long in a 1v1 and I kill his whole team here and he's not coming out, he's probably coming flank, stuff like that. So you kind of build upon the skill as you grow, but you need to learn from this mistake. That's all it is. You made a mistake in this clutch 1v2 situation where I believe that you could have won. All you had to do is plant in the open, swing this guy when you hear they're not both there, or whatever. Okay, but in terms of this round for you, yeah, plant open, fight this guy. Don't wait for him to peek you, and then play accordingly after. That's pretty much all you have to take away from this. But I like your thought process. You're like, it's too long. They know, maybe they're probably already towards C. I'm gonna go A. I really like that. It's a higher level way of thinking. Just build upon that, get it better, become faster in terms of information processing. Okay, let's move on. Round 18. They start C. Let me just scroll this down a little bit. So the rounds get a little bit less thick here, because there's not too much going on. They start C. Kills one. Needs to call execute. Okay, so you guys started 5, around 4 C long, or was mid, I'm pretty sure. Okay, You guys kill one. Great. Okay. And I wrote needs to call to execute. Throwing smokes down. No one's saying anything. Nobody has decided to go in. You haven't told them to go, and you're just throwing your smoke sounds because you know it is the right play. That's why you're throwing the smoke down. You're like, we've killed this guy. We should take it. Probably one guy on C, right? On generally, only one or two guys play on C, unless you've hit C a lot. Then they start stacking it. But you need to be the person to be like, go now, right now. But nobody's saying anything. You just throw your smokes down immediately.
Cover going
You should
out.
probably wait for them to be
Here.
up here as well, if you're gonna do that. And then I wrote, needs to tell this Yoru to stop lurking. He's lurked every single round. They need him to enter and scale sites fast, because all he would do is set a TP here, throw a flash backside, TP backside, you have smokes down, your whole team comes out, and he kills 2 people blind, right? So, or the breach was the second guy when spawned, so he probably would have had a play on him and win take the site, and you guys would have been in a 5v3. But can you just check if you guys lost this round? I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure you guys lost.
19.
18. I'm pretty sure you guys lost.
18. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys lost this round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I 5v4 you guys lost, and the site was free if your Yoru was there and he TP's backside with a flash and you have your smokes down, you blind back here, you're just fucked. Okay, because especially when this guy dies on site, it means they cannot fight for site anymore, because generally they only play one. Generally it's like 1 to 2. So unless they had a crazy read on you, but yeah, it's just like, to me it's silly. Like, you guys kill him, nobody's saying, no one wants to do anything. Yoru's lurking mid. You're the only one that's kind of identifying to go because you throw the smokes down. That's why you threw it down. But you need to tell them as well. I'm throwing smokes. Get in there right now, guys. Go, 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 go. Yell at them if you have to. Go, 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 go. That's what I do when they're just lost. I'm just like, go. I just start screaming in the mic, go, go, go. And they listen when I do that because they're just so unaware. Right? I'm like, get in right now. Like, have a sense of urgency. The faster we take site and make sure we set up, the faster the bomb can the faster the bomb will explode. That means that adds pressure to the defenders the faster the bomb comes down, because I told you 45 seconds. All we have to do is burn 37.2 seconds or 38.2 seconds for us to win the round, whatever it is. Okay, but the faster it goes down and we've cleared site and set up, the better it is for us. That's how you have to think about it. So send them a sense of urgency. We killed the guy on site. Go, go, go. I throw smokes down. Go, go, go. Okay. Let's move on. And tell Yoru as well. We need you, bro. Not like in a toxic way. Like, what are you doing, man? But tell him, we need you. You are a fifth of our team. You are the role that helps us clear site. Go. Okay. Help us. That's all you have to say. Round 19. They go A. She kills one short. Smoke's kind of late, slightly late, a little bit late. Would like it more optimal, as in you kill one late, you just start getting your smoke, and you smoke because they're running up or whatever it is. TP's out in the. Oh wait. Okay, wait. What happened round 19? Why do I have this on this round as well? Okay, I think this is the round where you TP'd on top. I think that the other round was where you TP'd somewhere else, but I wrote it here for some reason as well. This is where I think I got it wrong, maybe. So I wrote, they go A, she kills one short, smokes are kind of late, TP's out in the open, kills chamber, would like her to clear short instead. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened here. I think this is where I start making the mistake. What happened round 19? Can you just share your screen real quick?
Yeah.
I'll just take a look. I don't know what happened. I just started making, like, I lost track of the rounds while I was watching, which is really unfortunate, really unlucky. I hate to do this.
It's all good.
Is it correct for round 19?
Yeah, because this was the short kill,
Okay,
and
yeah,
then,
so then
that was the TP for chamber.
But I don't know why I would write that on round, on 17. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened
17.
here. What happened 17? Show me real quick.
17 was the lurk round with the breach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know where it's getting mixed up, but something happened. So it's all good. It's all good. So just show me real quick round 19. So 19 was correct, right? So then show me round 20 real quick. I think this is where I got it wrong. Somewhere here. 20. What happened here?
20 we started B, it looks like.
It was 5B, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I got that wrong. Show me 21 real quick. I think.
This was a C hit.
No, I got that right. What's 22? 20. You guys go A.
Yeah, I get picked off early.
C. Okay, I think this is where kind of I went wrong. I think okay. Anyways, whatever. So we'll just you can fix it or like we'll just go off how the round play. Just I won't say the round. I'll just say next round. That way it's hopefully makes sense. But yeah, that's a little bit unlucky on my part. But okay, so round 19. That's that round. You TP it over, kill the chamber, clear short on the breach. Okay. Um, round 20. I wrote they start 5B. They trade the next round, sorry. They trade out on B. It's 4v4. Yoru lurking garage. 3v3 post plant. She's holding C. Link smokes it off. Needs to go in there with a better smoke. Needs to go in the smoke and have maybe a little bit. I don't mind that smoke. I would probably like you to go in the smoke, be unpredictable. They would just walk out. You'd probably destroy them. Um, kill the jet right here coming out. Remember this round, and then you
Yeah.
kill the chamber. Oh, you whiffed on the chamber, sorry. But overall, I think you played it pretty decently. I would like you to maybe just smoke like this, and then go walk in this as soon as it's there, and then just delete them. It'll scare them a lot too, and there'll be fear because there was already fear. They didn't want to go in, but if you're in there as well, they're fucked. Because most people walk in, their smoke gun first anyway. So once they're like this, you would have saw them and just start shooting them in the head. Okay. So, yep, that's that. We'll just move on from that one. Not a crazy. I think these rounds were not so crazy, anyways, but still. Yeah. So I'll just try to fix what I can on these rounds. But so round, yep, round. So the next round, okay, they went to make a plan, but but their default play is to run it down. They want like I remember this is what I wrote down because pre-round you guys wanted to make a play, but you guys could not decide, and nobody made a good one, right? So then you guys just kept running it down. So you needed to be that person. I'll put that on your shoulders. You need to be like, guys, this is this. They are stacking on A. They know that we're running it down. Let's run a fake. Let's insert lurks. Let's lurk hard. Let's default. Whatever. Just try it out. Get creative. Okay. So I wrote for some reason. So they go C split 4 main 1 garage. For some reason smokes off garage. So you'll see this in the bot. So you ended up smoking when this round comes. I can't remember specifically what round, but when your Yoru started ulting through the garage, right? And he cleared it, and you smoke garage. There's no point at that point. He's cleared it. There's nobody there, so you gotta smoke spawn and hold your second smoke because he cleared it. You can maybe smoke it later when you identify there's someone in there now, but just smoke spawn, okay? Yeah, because the Yoru, you'll see it. The Yoru is running out garage to C, and you just start smoking this because obviously it's a common smoke to do, but you gotta use your brain a little bit. He's in garage, cleared it, nobody there, doesn't see anybody. I don't see anybody. Let me smoke spawn and save my second smoke, maybe. Okay, even if your Yoru starts taking control of garage, then you don't need a smoke. You just need a smoke here and play on him. Once he dies, obviously, yeah, probably, but that's that. Okay. Yeah, so this is more of a utility usage round. I'm pretty sure you guys lost this round, but whatever. Next round, they want to make a plan. Oh wait, sorry. So I wrote it twice, so let me just delete this round real quick. Okay, so show me round 22.
22. Yeah, this is 22 here.
So you guys went A. So I didn't have.
Yeah.
So at this point, I didn't think I write 22 because I was so lost. I was like, what the hell happened to my notes? So yeah, I didn't write down, but we'll skip that. You'll watch it on the VOD. Round 23 is the last round. Let me see if I got that right at least. So you guys went down mid?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, so I think I got it wrong. So I wrote down they go down mid, 4-man rush and just die. There's no plan or thought on how they play. Just autopilot running it down. I have not seen a default one time, which is true. Like you guys maybe have done it once, but it wasn't effective. So that's all your notes. Okay, I will send you these notes. Just remember at the end here, there's a little bit scuffed, just a little bit of confusion on my part on what happened. But I'll send you these notes. We'll go on the range real quick. So what is your training routine right now?
For aim.
Aim.
We're just like kind of just warm up.
Yeah, just like a warm up or a training. You can tell me your warm up and training if you are. It's a little bit different.
So usually, if I don't have much time to play, I do usually like 2 Sheriff DMs, a Guardian DM, and then I go to Vandal or Phantom.
Okay.
just for like correcting aim, making sure the one taps are good, stuff like that.
Yep.
Movement, I don't have anything set. I dead zone a little bit. I do that kind of. I don't know if you've ever heard of like the classic kind of like.
Yep. I can show you one.
That kind of one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry. So, okay, so you are a little bit different. I might have to show you this routine, which is fine. Some of my guys that are, I don't show everybody. I show those that probably need it, that need a baseline place to start. So, I will show you this routine. It's 5 exercises. I might add 1 or 2 more stuff, um, including the flashing stuff. So I'll try to get through this as fast as I can. But you know, so to me, it seems like there's no range stuff. You don't really go in the range and, hit some bots, whether it's hard bots or just standing bots, whatever. Am I getting that correct? You just kind of start with DMs, really?
I mean, sometimes I'll hop in the range and do like sheriff warm-ups and guardian warm-ups. It's
Okay.
mostly aim stuff though. There's
Gotcha.
no like dead zoning or anything.
Right. I mean, they all kind of come in tied together, but okay, so no problem. So I will show you this you can use it as a warm-up or a training thing as well. This will be your new baseline. I would like you to use this, okay? So you don't do aim trainers, right?
I do a little bit of aim labs if I'm like really like haven't played in a while.
Gotcha. So touching off that information, I would suggest that you're consistent with that. You do your aim labs or Kovacs before your range, and then you do your range for, we're not big time specific, so you would do your aim trainers, range, DMs, then play, and then also you would cool off at the end of the night with multiple DMs and TDMs if you have time, obviously, when you do play. But that's generally how you should structure your training / days of playing. Okay, so let's just forget you're not doing aim trainers. If you want to, I can show you a lot of playlists that got me to Immortal 3. I can share those to you if you end up using them. They're free. I don't charge them. No point in charging. It's a free resource. So I know some people do, some coaches do, which is kind of silly to me. If you really care about your students, you shouldn't really charge them for that stuff. You should show them the things and kind of give it to them for free. Just my eyes. But okay, so this is something I learned from Bordell when the game first came out. This is what I did to really get solid aim. Okay, so we're gonna come on top of this ledge, but before we do that, make sure bot armor's on, infinite ammo. Okay, this is the first exercise. It's called, do you want to write it down or do you want to just refer back to the VOD?
I'll just look at the VOD because I like the visual with
problem.
it.
So this is called left to right headshot, or you can go right to left. Doesn't matter. I start left to right. Wardell started left to right as well. So whatever. This is a precision-based exercise. The goal is not to miss. It's okay to miss, but identify how you're missing and correct it immediately. Okay, whether it's an overshoot, or you came down low and then shot like that, or you whiffed on the guy, or it's not accurate. Whatever. You gotta identify that by yourself. Okay. We're going head to head. This is our practicing our precision, but also our smoothness in terms of our lines. How straight can our lines get? Okay, because straight lines, as you know, are the most efficient way of pathing. Okay, besides going like this, that straight line is always fastest in anything. Okay, so we're going head to head, point A to point B. Okay, we're not looking at the outline of the body and using our peripheral vision. We are locking our vision on the eye, the head, and our hand must follow. So shoot here. I overshot, so we're my first student today, but so I'm not gonna try to butcher this, but and go really slow. I'm doing it fast, my speed, but if I were to show you how I started, it was like this. And when you're going right and the bots spawn to your left, leave them. Come back to them later.
Okay.
So like that. Just leave them. You'll come back. I want to show you with a vandal. So I'm kind of whiffing right now. Doesn't fit. Play it. Want to gain some speed, whatever it is. Okay. Work on the speed later. But right now it's a precision-based exercise. So left to right. Right to left. Okay, minimum for you probably would say like 7 minutes, minimum 5 minutes. What I used to do, I had a really bad day of gaming, lost streak, feel like shit, being hard on myself. I'd come here, blast my music, and I would do this for 40 minutes. Okay, everyone's different. I would literally do it till my arm fell off, but everyone's a little bit different. And I would not only stay on the same speed, like forever for 40 minutes, I would increase because I was so upset. I would try to go faster, 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 and not miss as well. Obviously, precision will fall off when you try to improve speed, but you got to make sure that it's somewhat still there. You're not just going faster and that's it. You got to make sure there's precision as well. But that's the first exercise. Okay. Second exercise. I'll probably show you to here first actually before we go there. So second exercise, keep the bots on. You're gonna have your classic, and this is more of a flicking exercise. So you're gonna make sure you're kind of pushing yourself. You're not going the same speed. Kind of add that flick. Don't just slowly do it. It's a flicking, so you gotta kind of add that to your game. A little bit of a flick. I'm whiffing a little bit right now. Whatever it is, but this one's super easy. Minimum 5 minutes. Okay, we'll move on. Third exercise, I'll probably show you about 7 to 8. Usually I start with 5, but for you there's some things we need to work on, so I might give you like around 7. Okay, so we come here, come to the shooting range, and we're gonna shoot it at 10 meters. Okay, there's 9 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this is called your 5-shot burst control. Okay, where it's not a 2-shot burst control. That's easy to learn. We gotta know how to burst, how many times we can, or how many shots we need to control it to instantly delete them. Okay, 5. What's that one? 5, whatever it is. Okay, so but this will help that. So this is me not controlling it. I'm probably gonna butcher. I haven't done this in a couple days, but so this is me not controlling it. Okay, right, 5. This is me trying my best, and it gets better and better. In the beginning, it's really scuffed, and it's really hard exercise. You'll get better. So that's ideal. See how it's 5 shots like that? Not like that. Yeah. You want it like that? That's a 8 out of 10 to me. Probably not perfect. It's close though. It's like 8.5. Okay, you want to be like that. That's probably like a 7. That's terrible. Okay, we need to be close to this. As close as we can get. That's pretty good. 7.5, 8. So make sure you're being hard on yourself too. Like, oh, this is great. Like, it's not great. Okay, we gotta make sure that it's somewhat as tight as we can get it. Okay, that's really good. That's ideal. Okay, these are really bad. But get my point. So you can go right to left, left to right. Doesn't matter. Minimum again 5 minutes. And yes, I'm telling you minimum 5 minutes. Over the time, whether you choose an interval of weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, it needs to go up. You need to do more intensity, making sure you're pushing yourself to the limit. Okay, this will just help you with being able to 5-shot burst. These are all 150, so they're all dead. Okay. And I'm controlling it too. It's not just like okay. The next exercise, we're gonna stay on 10 meters. Okay, this is called spray transfer control / recoil control. Okay, recoil control / spray transfer control. That's how I should say. So this is me not controlling my spray. Right? I don't want you to spray and then control it, where it's uncontrolled and then control. I need it immediately controlled. So down, and we're drawing a line. Add a little bit of a flick or like a good movement. Or just keep going back and forth slowly, go faster, or add like a little, whatever. In the beginning, make sure you're getting the control down and going like this. Drawing a line as straight as it can be, or where it's always hitting. So that way, if I want to draw a line up there, I can draw a line up there. If I want to draw a line up down here, I can do that. In the middle, wherever I choose. This one's hard too. You'll get better at it though. Okay? This will help you where I can shoot these objects without having my crosshair there. Okay? And also, so that's the recoil part. The spray transfer part is when I'm all in fighting, spraying this guy, and this guy unexpectedly I hear him or he peeks me. I'm like this, and I just flick his ass and he's dead. Okay, because the rate of fire is still active, the max rate of fire, right? I'm fighting this guy, I'm all in. This guy just picked me, I kill him. Here, okay, boom. Back here, boom. Whatever it is. So that will control your instincts and that reaction when it's unexpected. It'll train for those moments. You'll see it come into place as long as you practice this. There'll be times where you're all in fighting this guy, and this guy just peeks, and you've built that muscle memory, and you just fucking flick his ass and destroy him. Okay. The next thing, where am I? Okay, now Now we're in the little bit of a movement, and then I'll show you one more after the 2 movement exercises, and I'll show you the flash exercises so you're never blind. So there's 3 more left. Okay, so this is the fifth one. Can't remember, whatever. Okay, but so there's a billboard here, right? Billboard here, right? This should be your start line, or you can make this your start line, but try to keep it consistent. Don't just switch back and forth. I teach all my students to keep this your start line. So do you play with shooting error on at all?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll ask you then. What do the colors represent?
The orange is if you're like standing still and accurate, and the blue is the inaccuracy.
Okay, I'll give you a half point. It's
Okay.
kind of wrong, but so I'll briefly explain it. Blue is your movement error. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
Yellow is your shooting error, so you got kind of that part right, but it still does not apply to standing still. It just means shooting error in general, whether you're running, walking, crouching, standing, whatever. Just means your bullet. So if I don't control my spray, look at it, 0.9, right? I'm using a Phantom, so it's slightly different. Usually it's 0.1 with a Vandal. 0.9 is that means it's going crazy, and then Phantom is 0.2 is the bottom line, and Vandal's 0.25. So you got to keep that in mind as well. So, and then blue means that my movement error, as in if I am moving while I'm shooting, okay, and not controlling, even if I try to control it, okay, it's still gonna be blue. So you gotta be at a level where you can identify by the graph what's going on without looking at the shot or what shots have occurred. You gotta look at the graph and be like, oh wait, that means that I've shot, not control my recoil, and I'm running. Okay, so and you'll get there, but that's what those stands for. Okay, to all my students, you don't want to be above 0.3. Okay, 0.2, 0.25. 0.25 with a Vandal, 0.25 with a Phantom is different, but that's the bottom line for a Vandal is 0.25 pretty much. So you pretty much, when you're standing still and I'm shooting, you see how the bullet goes wherever my crosshair is, right? No movement.
Yeah.
This means I'm 100, maybe not 100, but really 9 out of 10 times, or even more, 9.5 out of 10 times, it's going where I'm putting it. Okay, look at my shooting error too. It's 0.2, right? That's the bottom. That means that there is no error. Wherever I shoot, it's gonna go. Okay, now if I start shooting like this, there's a little bit of error because it's not fully accurate. Okay, so do not go over 0.3. That means you're starting to fall off in accuracy. Okay, you're gonna see a lot of 0.25, 0.27, 0.28, max 0.3. Okay, do not want to go over that, because that to me shows that you will lose gunfights if you're shooting above 0.3. Okay, so, and this is a precision game. It's not like Counter-Strike where, it's not so much, it's more positioning and movement and brain, but this game is way more precision because just the way the mechanics are made. But so we start here. Okay, we're gonna shoot. We're gonna press D, let go, shoot here. Same thing. We want to stop around the same area. You don't want to be like this off, this off. You want to be somewhat close. Okay. Boom. I'm gonna show you 5 just to show you. Yeah, you want to do 1 shot. You don't want to really burst. It's a really hard thing to learn in the beginning. It's like rubbing your tummy and tapping your head. It's a cognitive thing because I gotta press D, let go, use my right hand to shoot, come back, press A, let go, shoot, press D, let go, shoot, press A, let go, shoot. Okay, so that's 5, right? Now we're gonna cut it in half. It starts getting harder and harder because it's a timing issue. Okay. Look at my shooting error. Is it above 0.2? 0.3?
No.
No, that means I'm 100% accurate. Even if it looks like I'm moving, I'm not. I'm stopped while I'm shooting. Obviously, you gotta get better at it. But this means that when I swing somebody, I'll explain that on the next one. But so we cut in, we go from here to here. Okay, for you, I'm gonna say minimum 20. Okay, most of my students I tell them minimum 10, 15. But for you, you need to work on this because I'm not saying that you're bad at it. Just in the beginning, you gotta really get it down so you don't get it wrong. So
okay.
We're gonna go from there to there. We're gonna cut it in half. We're gonna cut it in half again. So it's even a shorter distance. Okay, look at my shooting error. I had 1.3. And still I didn't go over the threshold of starting to get big inaccuracies, right? It's always 0.2. Okay. Right, 0.31, one time. Okay, but generally you need 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10 10 out of 10, you're never missing, because then you'll win all your gunfights. Okay, you'll never question, what the fuck, I swung this guy and he just one-tapped me, but I shot on his head. Why didn't it get there? Okay, those are the times that's happening because you're not standing still. Okay, so we go from here, here, cut it in half again, right? I'm gonna cut it in half one last time. Okay, this is, so we go from here to here. It's gonna be right here. Okay, and we shoot it here and pretend there's a line, a straight line going down. A lot of my students, when I see them do it, they go like this, and come back to the line. We need to cross over, so I'll kind of show you. Okay, this is simulating a fight where this guy's pixelated 40 meters away. We're adding a little bit of movement where he needs to adjust his crosshair left to right, and we're instantly deleting him because we are accurate. Okay, we're crossing the line. Make sure you cross that line. Don't just go from here back to the line and that's it. So like 90% of my students do that. Even on this side, they'll go here back to the line and that's it. You gotta cross over that line because we gotta make sure that he needs to adjust, right? If we're just staying in this, and some of my students go like this, like you're standing still at that point. You're just dead. He doesn't have to move his crosshair. You gotta go move, and this is the only one where you can use your mouse to track the center, as in keep moving it to make sure it's there. The other ones, never move your mouse, but this one's the only one. So cross, 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 cross. Try to do a little bit better for you. Okay, so like that, cut, and then we cut. And this is the last one, so we cut it 3 times. Okay, the next exercise. Okay, we're gonna turn these bots on. This correlates with movement and aim, so we're gonna get behind this wall. We're gonna, and oh, I forgot to mention, make sure you're parallel with the wall. Some of my students are moving around like this. I'm like, bro, like you gotta be parallel, like pretending like you're gonna peek a wall, right? So this exercise will incorporate not only our dead zoning, it will incorporate our wall peeking mechanics, as in a wide, a jiggle, a crouch, whatever. In the beginning, only focus on wide. Work on that later, and once you got the wide peek down. So it's gonna incorporate our dead zoning, plus our wall peeking mechanics, plus now our aim adjustment. So it will train us in a real-time scenario where we swing a wall, we think /no, or here he's there, okay, whatever, make a read, someone told you, whatever. We swing and we just instantly delete him, come back to cover. So I will show you. So we're gonna be about here. I want you to start around here, okay, and make sure you're not getting bumped by these. Stay parallel, dead zone, and keep your mouse straight. Don't adjust while you're moving. Work on the movement first. So dead zone, adjust, kill, come back. Right? Swing, adjust, come back. Swing, adjust, come back. Swing, adjust. Okay, I'll show you that a little bit easier. So swing, adjust, come back. And make sure your mouse, so I swing, right? I swing, I shoot him. You don't come back like this. Okay, you gotta make sure it comes back centered so that you're parallel with the wall again. So swing, kill, come back. Swing, adjust, kill, come back. Dead zone, shoot, come back. Wanna go to the far one? Same thing. Swing, come back. Swing, adjust, kill this one, come back. Swing, wanna kill this one? Adjust, come back. Do it slowly in the beginning and then start adding it up where it gets faster. And you can add like a jiggle to it as well. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, but just work on this wide swing first. So swing. Try to speed it up a little bit. Okay, but you get my point. So and then we're gonna come on this side. We gotta, that's our D key. We gotta practice our A key. So for you, I want 30 bots each side. Okay, when you can. If you cannot, try to stick to like 20 at least minimum. Okay, it's fast. This one's really fast. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna briefly, before you go, I want to just take a look at your dead zoning, the billboard to billboard exercise, and this one before you go, so that way I know you're doing it properly. Okay, the last one that I will show you. Okay, you're gonna come switch off to Phoenix or Yoru or Sky, whoever. Probably not. You couldn't do Breach or KO's. KO's good. Breach a little bit harder. I explained this last night, but you're gonna have to flash a wall look, flash, dodge it. Look. Okay, properly, but blinding. Alright, but you get my point. So I'd rather you do it with a Yoru, a KO, a Sky. Probably not as optimal because it's so easy to dodge a flat or vice one. Okay, but you're gonna practice this now. I want you to practice on not just Yoru, but all of them. But you know, spend some time, do a couple, maybe 10 minimum each on each agent. Look at it, dodge it. Okay. Look at it, dodge it. Never get flashed now.
My ultimate's ready.
Practice both sides. Okay, you can even angle it. But make sure you're not just turning around before it flashes, because you know, like anyone can do that, right? Make sure that you're gonna dodge it while you're staying at it, last minute possible. Okay, so do that. Minimum 5 minutes on every agent. Let me just show me you're already doing it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Good job.
Wait,
Okay,
are you?
Yeah, I'm
Am I
watching now.
still? Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know I was still streaming.
That's fine. I just can't see it for some reason. Are you tabbed out or something? Okay, there we go. Okay, so just let's stop. Go to the first billboard, and just for the example's sake, I want you to do 20, 30. Okay, but and also just that's the minimum. You gotta make sure you're working on this. Okay, but
Yeah.
just for now, just show me 5, billboard to billboard. We cut it in half, cut it in half, and then we cut it in half.
Okay. Do you want me to shoot this first?
Yeah, and
then
go nice. And,
Okay.
yeah, and just go nice and slow, nice and slow. I don't want to see speed, just
Okay.
the movement. Shoot. Good. Make sure we're coming back to the same spot. And don't move our mouse. Mouse cannot move. Just movement right now. Good. Last one. Still some error. Okay, let's cut it in half.
Oh wait, yeah.
Come dead center. Come dead center. Yep. Okay, let's cut it in half.
It's so hard because my brain wants to correct it, you know?
Yeah. And that's what I meant. Trust me, I know that through experience. When I first said this, I was like, why am I doing this shit? It's like so hard. But once you get through it, it becomes so clean. Work on the timing. Go slow. Go slow.
Yeah.
Slow. You're rushing it right now. Go slow. Work on the movement. So about getting the shots off, it's about that movement timing. So shoot. Cut it and go to that point where you just went.
Yeah.
Good. I think clean. Make it clean. It's building our muscle memory. I know it's really tricky. Mentally. Cognitive problem. Alright. Good. So build upon the skill. And then do the last one.
It was like right here, right?
Yep. And you cross the line. You can draw the line too. Just shoot straight down from that spot. Right to your feet. Right to your feet.
Oh.
Yeah, like that. So that way you know to cross over. So good. Add a little bit more of a rhythm. Just a little swagger, a little rhythm to it. Good. You can add a bigger step. I think it's too tight. Good. Right. And then this one is the only one where we're going to make sure our crosshair is not moving off that point. We're trying our best to track that point. It's a little bit tricky.
Oh, okay. I'm horrible at tracking.
That's fine. This isn't too much for tracking, but it's just, you know, just making sure that we can fight this guy long range, right? It's a long range fight. The guy's pixelated 50 meters away. He's so small. So that's kind of how I think about it. Overall, it looks a little bit better. I would add a little bit more rhythm. Good. That's much better.
Oh.
You can go closer.
Stop clicking.
That's fine. Good. Yeah, that's much better. Remember, it's not about the shot. It's about the movement right now. Good. Crossover. Nice. Good. Maybe your A key needs a little bit of work. Your D key looks pretty easy. The A going A is but okay, so then that's good. Looks pretty good. Much better than a lot of my students. So let's just show me this one. Just if you want to look at my Discord real quick, just turn the bots on. Go to this wall right here. This is my starting point right here. These two right there is where you should start, because we're not gonna wide swing out like that. It's not a wide swing. We gotta make sure it's accurate. So you want to end about here. That's a wide swing. So come out about here. Okay. So.
Okay.
Okay. So stay
So you
parallel.
start here and like here-ish.
Yep.
Okay. Oh.
It's fine.
Can I use a Vandal? Do you care?
Yeah, you can use whatever.
Okay.
You should be practicing it with both, though, in my eyes. Good. Come back. Movement. Okay, so you're adjusting. I'll just take a look real quick. You kind of know which spot you want to shoot, and you're looking while you're moving. You gotta move. Your crosshairs are staring straight. Move. Adjust. Kill. Adjust it back. Come back. Okay. Just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Because I know which spot you want to kill, but stay parallel. Stay parallel with the wall.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
I keep swinging too far because I'm like I know.
That's fine. It's all about adding them together, and maybe stay a little bit closer to the wall. Yep, like there. And try a far one. So swing.
Oh.
It's fine. So
like over here.
Yeah. So look straight. Swing. Look. Put your crosshair there. Yep. Kill it. Come back. Do it slowly. It's about adding it together. So you gotta do it slow. It's not about quickness right now. Add that later. Right. That looks so much better. Okay. Good. Good. That looks really good. Obviously, we can't miss too. Gotta try to have as high precision as we can. This will train you where you're swinging a wall, and even if you do not know where they are, you're gonna one-tap them because your movement and your aim, your adjustment is that good. Okay?
Keep missing by like the slightest bit.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And then just switch it around. Do the one to the left, boss, in the middle. You know, kind of just work on your whole range of motion. I think you're a little bit too far from the wall. I would like you like this. You take a look.
Oh, like up here?
Right here, where you're not getting bumped by this box, but you're right before it. So that way you're nice and tight to this wall. I think you're a little bit too far. You're about here. I think it's a little bit too far because it's not training where you're gonna peek a wall. Because when you peek a wall, you're close to the wall, right?
Yeah, I keep like
trying
to find like there we go.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, that's much better. Because the range of motion is different as well. See a far right one. See, you see how you're adjusting while you're moving? You gotta adjust after you've stopped. I know it's really tricky. And then go. Right, good. So you gotta catch yourself in those moments. Can't cheat. I know you wanna go there.
So can I ask why you have me stop before I shoot, or stop, or not look while I, like why don't you want me to adjust while I'm moving?
Because that will train you where because it's easy to know where they're gonna be when you know where they are. It's to train when it's unexpected. You're swinging a wall head level, but he could be here. Here. You don't know that, right?
Gotcha.
Yes, you may hear them, or obviously there are times you will know exactly through minimap, but it's to train our brains where we're ready for it. Does not matter. We are gonna stop, shoot and kill them, and come back. That's to put this together. Okay? And then make sure we're readjusting, looking straight. Good.
Nope.
Yep, it's okay. Overall, it looks quite good. Most people struggle with this. Like I tell them to do it, it takes them a while. But for you, it's not so bad. You just need to keep practicing it. Trust me, you do this routine I just showed you, you're gonna improve so quick. You're gonna be like, whoa. Like 1 week of doing this every day, you're gonna be like, whoa, what the hell is going on? I'm a beast. Okay. Good. Looks much better. And then go to the other wall. So that's that wall. Okay. Now we're gonna go over here. That's practicing our D key. Now we're gonna come over here. I know it's a little bit broken, a little bit scuffed. You can come a little bit closer. Just pretend it's full. Like pretend this wall is full. And you just swing, kill, adjust, swing, adjust, come back. Okay. This is practicing our A side. Good. And then, obviously, we're not gonna stay on this speed once you get a hang of it. You're gonna push yourself every single day to get faster and faster and faster.
Oh. Yep.
But you know that first exercise I showed you? It will help with just that type of micro whiffing, because you'll just be so just show me the first one too. Get on top of the ledge. Show me the first one. Sure. Left to right headshot. Go nice and slow. I don't want to see speed. Precision.
Okay.
Straight lines. See how right there you're over flicking. Head to head, the crosshair does not leave the other head. Good. See over flicking, right? You see that?
Yeah.
You're over aiming. This will train where your crosshair automatically goes on the head on the next head. Okay, so kind of working on our micro adjustments. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Work on the control of the hand. Good. And then remember what I told you as well? I think you're doing it well, but look at the eye. That one eye on the head, look at the head. Don't focus on the body. Focus on the eye, and your hand will follow. Right, it's just a general rule of hand-eye coordination. Whatever you're looking at, your hand should follow. We're training that as well right now. And then let me add a little speed. Let me see a little bit faster. Good. Looks really good. Obviously, cannot whip.
Oh,
you start missing, slow it down again.
Yeah.
Okay, slow it down again. That way you do not miss. You're practicing. It's like a basketball player. We're doing our free throws in practice right now. That's what we're doing. We're focusing on not missing so we don't miss in game. That's what we're doing. That's all we're doing. Okay, now let me see a little speed. Let me see it faster, faster, fastest. Okay, good. So you see how the precision's still there now. We built it up.
Yeah.
Right, so yeah, that's it. That's the whole session. So we'll just briefly talk real quick. You know, it's important that you do this every day if you can. I understand people have lives, they have kids, they have dogs, cats, whatever it is. But we gotta make sure we're on top of this because I'm gonna be hard on you. Why? Not because I hate you. It's because you're telling me what you want. I asked you, what do you want? I said I want to, you know, soon, hopefully, get to a collegiate level, which is diamond. But let's not sell ourselves short. Let's not get there and be ready at diamond. Let's get to why not get to immortal and be ready and show these guys why they should choose you. Okay, so that's why I'm being hard. Okay, you told me you want to be on a collegiate team. Let's not sell ourselves short. Let's look even higher. Let's get to immortal or ascendant 3, ascendant 2, and be even more ready, even better than what we want. We don't want to be on the minimum requirement. We want to be farther than that. Okay, the minimum requirement, yes, is diamond, but let's come ready at ascendant 3, immortal 1. Okay, you'll shock a lot of people. They probably will pick you up when you're immortal. There's only 5,000, 4,000 immortals these days in NA. You know that, right? Back then, when I played at my peak 2 years ago, there was 30,000. So there's 20,000. There's a big difference now. They made it harder. So once you get that credential as well, they will give you those shots. But now I'm gonna ask you one last question. You don't need to answer it. You can if you want. It's more of a rhetorical one, I think, in my opinion. I would like to hear it though. I asked you what you want. You told me what you want. The next question is, what are you willing to sacrifice for this goal? What you want, what you told me you want, right? So you gotta ask yourselves these two questions every day. What do I want? How badly do I want it? What am I willing to do? And when I ask my students to answer, most of them, very few, most of them say, yeah, I'll put in the work. Very few tell me anything. I'm willing to die for this goal because some of them want to go pro, right? So that's the mentality you have to do. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get there through my actions, okay? Because I'm not going to be there watching over your shoulder every day. I wish I could to see your progress and, keep on top of it, everybody, but I can't. So you need to have, you told me your purpose. Some people, when I ask, what do you want? They don't even have a purpose. They're like, I don't even know. Okay, that tells to me that they have no focus, no purpose. What they're doing is pointless. But you told me you have a goal, you have a purpose. Great. Now ask yourself, what am I willing to do to get there? That's it. Ask yourself that every day. You'll never quit, and you'll actually hit that before you quit as well. I tell all my students at this point too, learn from me. I try to go pro 3 to 4 times. I was pro one time when I was 14 in StarCraft 2. I'm almost 30. Okay. I try to go pro in Dota 2. Spent 4 years of my life chasing that dream. Failed. I gave up because I failed because I gave up. I tried it in Valorant. Failed because I gave up. I tried Inspector Divide. It was a little bit more unlucky. There's 30,000 players playing Inspector Divide. I was in the top 100, networking with all the pros like Trunks, Truo, all these guys, getting ready to go, and the game just dies. There's 500 people playing now, right? It's a little bit unlucky. What am I supposed to do, right? So that I never gave up on that, but like in terms of me giving it up, but that's just unlucky. But still, learn from me. You don't want to regret later down the line when you did not make that collegiate team, when you could not get to that requirement or above, and you didn't separate yourself, and you're like, fuck, I'm shit, man. It's gonna eat up you for the rest of your life or whatever. Depending on how big that dream or purpose is. But for a lot of people, they want to go pro, immortal. So it eats up at them because I know that through my experience. I got to Immortal 3, but every day I'm like, yo, if I just did not quit and use that 2 years where I was away and stuck with it, I probably would be top 50 rating right now, but I'm not because I quit. I failed. So just learn from me. Do not regret in these moments that you will have when you don't take action. So ask yourself those two questions every day, and you will really, really, really start seeing improvements exponentially. It's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen in a blink of an eye where you look back, you're like, I cannot believe I was this bad. Okay, in like 2 weeks time, two months time, 3 months time. Okay, I'm dead serious. So many students right now, they started with me at Platt. There's two guys in particular. I don't know if you play with them actually. Soviet and Trilly and the 10 mans. I don't think you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
played with Soviet at
right,
least,
right,
I
right. So
think.
and everyone wants him on their team, even though he's gold. Why? It's because his true skill is really high. It's some other things holding him back for his rank, but mechanically he can kill immortal players. He's dropping 30, 25, 27. Right? Some of my other students are starting to do that, like Jay, the Sentinel guy that's always playing Vice, Trilly, playing whatever. But we gotta kind of be like that, and you'll see the growth. Just people are gonna want to pick you and play with you because you're putting in the work. So don't focus on your rank, focus on your true skill. You gotta do these things every day, and like I said in the beginning of the session, it's all about edge at this point. Because I think you have potential to making that team and or getting to even ascendant, but we gotta think about the right things and take the actions every day. But overall, really good session. Do you have any questions, concerns, things you want to work on?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I
yeah.
think I'm good.
Okay, yeah, I know it's quite lengthy, but it's because of the range stuff. If we didn't do the range stuff, probably would have been 3 hours. But I think you needed this. You don't have a routine, you don't have
Yeah.
exercises, stuff like that. But just last thing I'll touch on is that don't stay on the same speed and the same length. I'm not saying longer is better, but there's a fundamental mechanic in weightlifting. I don't know if you go to the gym or play sports or do cardio. Okay, there's a fundamental mechanic in terms of improving those type of things. It's called progressive overload, adding more intensity over time, doing it, pushing yourself to the limit. Okay, because aiming is a physical thing. You're using your arm, your fingers, your wrist, your chest a little bit, your delts, your triceps. Okay, so we got to make sure that our baseline of our muscle strength, our muscle memory keeps going up and up and up and up and up, where you're gonna look back and be like, yo, this is so easy. I need to do this for 20 minutes now because your strength has gone up in terms of mouse control or aiming or mechanics, whatever it is. But yeah, just keep that in mind. Make sure your intervals are going up, more, adding more exercises yourself, stuff like that. Pushing yourself to the limit, like I just showed you. You were going off fast, and I said, slow down, don't miss. You didn't miss, and I'm like, add speed now, and it's the same precision, right? And then I'm like, add more speed. Let me see the fastest you can go. You gotta tell yourself that. You gotta do that to yourself with every exercise. Faster, 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 faster. More precision, more precision. Okay, but overall, really good session. I will send you these notes. The VOD will be up probably sometime tomorrow with the thumbnail. Gotta wait for that guy to make it. If you have any question, my DMs are open. If you want to book future sessions, it'll be different as well. It won't be like this. I'll watch. You'll be playing 2 to 3 games in these sessions, and I'll help you adjust in real time. So after the round goes, what did you do? I'll question you. What did you do wrong? What could you have done better? You'll answer them. You'll be like, hey, what about this? I'll be like, yeah, I like that too. This and that. Well, it's more bouncy. So yeah, but let me know if you want to do that as well. But overall, really good job. I don't want to keep you too long, but yeah, good luck and good luck on your games, and go get this position that you need to
Yeah.
getting on the collegiate team. I know you can. It's just you gotta really work on it now before it's too late.
Yeah.
Right? But have a sense of urgency as well. But yeah, good job, Moxie. I'll see you at the 10 mans. It's
Thank you.
probably gonna be Saturday for
Sweet.
now, because I've been trying to kind of do them during the week, but it's just it's hit or miss. Might as well just set it to 1 day a week, where like 20, 30 people come up, right, and have good quality games. They go all night, stuff like that. But yeah, it's probably gonna be Saturday. Probably I expect all my students to be there. But yeah, good job, and keep in touch. Okay,
Yeah, of course.
take care.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.